Can't go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of holes. You fucked up. Try test tape, no. You fucked up. Can't put on no show. You fucked up. Can't go for your phone. You fucked up. And your phone full of holes. You fucked up. Try test tape, no. You fucked up.
Run the track.
Oh, yes, guys. Sorry, late morning and everything. Big up everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe. Apologies for the lateness, but you guys already know what comes to the channel is what it is. Here to talk transfers again. We got the latest on Caicedo. Kai Havertz to Madrid is off, allegedly. And also, apparently, Arsenal have interest, which I didn't really expect, but it got reported, so we'll talk about that. I don't really anticipate that Havertz would stay in London, but who knows? Crazier things have happened. I didn't think Jorginho was going to leave in January, and that accelerated in like 24 hours. So we'll see what happens on that front. We got a little bit of the same old bollocks of Lukaku. Lukaku wants to stay at Inter. Dun, dun, dun. Didn't expect that one. What else? Was there a fucking alarm outside? What the fuck? Mason Mount, you got the latest on him as the saga continues to drag on. And I think that's about it. That's about it for today. That and the Chelsea board also dropped like a sorry message or something. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was a nice statement. They said the right things. They weren't hiding away from the disaster of this season. They celebrate the women's team's achievements as well. Fair play to them too. Big up to the Chelsea women. And yeah, it's a good first step to rebuilding. They've had a bad year and everything, but I don't really feel like it's just business with them. It just feels like this season was too much too soon. But I do get a vibe that they actually want to succeed. They want to see Chelsea fans happy. So yeah, we'll see what happens over the next season. But we need to figure out what's happening with these outgoings. I do see people panicking in the comments. I saw an earlier comment saying, so many exit rumors, but no movement whatsoever. Very frustrating. And it is frustrating, but it's also early. So I'm trying to keep a level head on this. But I understand the frustrations. I don't blame people for hearing so many topics about players leaving and then nothing happens. There always seems to be something pushing back. With Mount, it's the valuation. Havertz, the valuation. There's been no push through with Ruben. That one stopped, to be honest, because of AC Milan's situation with Maldini. Pulisic, Ziyech, Oba. The only person that's left is N'Golo. And people didn't even want N'Golo to go. So I get the frustration, but it's still early. There's still no reason to panic just yet. Lots of transfer sagas are long drawn out and some take months to reach a conclusion. That doesn't mean it's done just yet. So I wouldn't worry too much, people. But let me see what everybody's saying quickly. Big up to Jay. Big up to DK. Big up to Marcio. Yeah, big up Marcio. What else? Big up to Vasia. Big up to James Bond. Kushal, I did see the recent comments. Again, I actually liked it. It was a good statement. It didn't feel forced or anything. They acknowledged their errors. They congratulated the women's team, and they spoke about how they want things to improve in the future. Not much more you can ask for. Not much more you could ask for. Havertz to Arsenal seems just a wind-up. Where does he start in there? He doesn't. You could say maybe up top instead of Jesus, but I think Jesus is better than Havertz. He's a bench warmer. Arsenal want him for squad depth. Madrid want him for squad depth. Two teams that finished second in their respective leagues, and two teams that are really trying to push to be the team that finishes top in their league next season. And they want Havertz's depth. Meanwhile, we want to start him in every game. We want to act like he'll be a changed man under Pochettino, and we have been the ones that have held him back over the last 3 years because we've played him out of position and all of that. Turns out the clubs that are where we want to be, they don't even want to start him. They want him as a bench warmer. It's nice to see Arsenal involved. I'd usually say don't sell to a rival, but I think Havertz is shit. You guys already know that. So I don't care if he goes to Arsenal. I don't think it would make any difference to them. Maybe they'll be the one that are willing to pay 52 million plus bonuses. Because even Real Madrid don't want to do that. And again, says more about where we are. That the player with the most minutes for us, they don't want to start him. They don't even value him at 50 million. Yet for our fan base, we glorify him. We idolize him. We act like the world revolves around him and we are the ones letting him down. It's all long. It is all long. I don't think the Real Madrid saga is over, though. There was too many reports on how much Madrid love him and they want to utilize him and how they see him as a versatile player and all of that shit. So I don't think it's over. I've seen people even talk about Real Madrid and doing some sort of negotiation tactics where it's like they're trying to unsettle the player because Havertz has already agreed personal terms. So kind of doesn't want to be here, people. Kind of doesn't want to be here. With Real Madrid kind of cooling off on this saga and everything, we'll have to see how it develops over the next month or two, but I don't think it's over just yet. There's some reports that Madrid are cooling off on Kane too because of the price and the wages. So I don't see them walking away from both of them. Maybe they come back. Maybe they see if Chelsea lower their valuation or if Havertz pushes for a move. Maybe they even wait a year and hope his price tag has gone down a little bit by then because they've already had the talks. I hope it's not the case of waiting for a year, but we have to see. We have to see. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the whole Havertz situation. There is over 400 of you guys in here already. Big up to everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to guarantee I don't miss out your comment, hit the super chat button. But let's see what everybody's saying because my dumbass is 10 minutes behind on the comments. I don't even understand the frustrations. Window isn't even open, lol. And shall we just give our players away? This is why I'm not trying to panic or anything. I understand people being a little bit frustrated, but again, it's early. It's too early to panic or to worry or to say anyone's doing a terrible job. I'd keep negotiating. Find a middle ground. Like, we're going to talk about Mason Mount in a little bit as well. I don't think Chelsea valuing them at 70 million is the worst thing in the world, even though I don't think they're going to get that amount for him. See how close you get to that amount. Chelsea want 70 million. United have opened with about 40 to 50 million. Meet in the middle, 55 to 60, in my opinion. 55 to 60. That would be the right way to move with this. I feel something brewing on our end. We aren't hearing anything. You know what that means. Some clubs are going to be pissed and it ain't us. Just watch. I agree. Like, people weren't waffling about a clear out for nothing to happen. There will be a clear out. It's a matter of when and not if. So I wouldn't worry. If Mount doesn't re-sign, they will end up accepting less for him because they have to sell him this window. Havertz was even told by Chelsea, re-sign or we're going to look to sell you this summer. There's no reason to panic on the 8th of June because they haven't gone yet. I know we'd like them to go sooner rather than later, but there's no reason to panic. How do we sell Havertz if nobody wants to pay 75 million? It's 52 million and add-ons, remember. That could go down. Keep negotiating, and as the window continues to pass and time passes, I'd feel like Chelsea would lower their valuation of him. Or if Real Madrid, let's say they don't find any other ideal forwards, which, I mean, that's probably waffle, to be honest, because if it's Kai Havertz, you're really scraping at the bottom of the barrel with him. But if they don't find any more of the ideal targets, maybe they put in a little bit more for Havertz. You never know. It's too speculative right now. It's way too speculative. Big up to LA Knight in the comments. Big up. I hope you win money in the bank, brother. Hope you win money in the bank. They told me Havertz was a generational talent when Madrid were interested in him. Yeah, and now they don't even want to pay 50 million for him. But again, we should be starting him every game. He's a generational talent. We are the ones holding him back. Don't forget that. Don't forget. Imagine he ends up as shush. Don't put such evil thoughts into this chat. We're trying to be a lot more purified. Yeah, as I say that, we argue over such stupidness. So I don't even know what I'm waffling about. I did see this about Osimhen. They're willing to accept 120 million. I keep saying, send Lukaku the other way. Because that fucking hippo don't want to be here. We got another Fabrizio article saying that. Get Megan Thee Stallion to buy out your contract, lower your wage demands, or shut up. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. I'm tired of the same old discourse with Lukaku. I was going to bring that up, but it's like, why should I even bring up the same news? Like, genuinely, nothing changes with Lukaku, and nothing's going to change until after the UCL final. So, what's the point? Fabrizio's just on his little reposting bag, and fair play to him. Might be a little bit of a slow news day, but there's nothing different. Lukaku don't want to come back. Fuck off. We don't want you back. And use him to just get another striker across the door. That's it. It's as simple as that. Chelsea showed late interest in McAllister, but the player had his heart set on signing for Liverpool. Then that's our fault for taking too long, if that's the case. Why are you going to let Liverpool have a free run at him and not do anything? Smile says that's too much for Havertz still. I agree. It is too much. But for some reason, there's some value in him. To be honest, I didn't think 50 million was that bad. Maybe it's the add-ons or anything, but why would you be so pissed off about add-ons unless you don't think you're going to win anything? I feel like it's a little bit stingy, personally. 52 million plus add-ons for Havertz. You could say he's not really... He doesn't play at that valuation, but you know he's going to have that BS potential tag and German star boy and everything. So with potential, 52 million isn't the worst bid in the world. If it was 72 million and bonuses, I think it's a bag of crap. But let's call it what it is. Big up Brad saying if Havertz leaves, we should sign D's nuts. I think he'd be better up top than Havertz. So yeah. Probably have better penetration too, Brad. Big up to my guy. 52 and add-ons is completely fair. Pay up, broke boys. Yeah, see, I'm trying to take my personal opinion out of it when it comes to talking about the price tag. Because if you ask my personal opinion, I'd take 30 million. But 52 and add-ons, it's not that bad. It's not. It could have been worse. It could have been 75 million. It really could have been 75 million. And that would be a piss take. 50... with a few add-ons, if you win the Champions League or you win the Liga, could be way worse. Could be way worse. Maybe they just watched a couple Havertz comps. Maybe I shouldn't have uploaded that Havertz end of an era video. I might have taken a little L with that. So apologies, but yeah, maybe they just got some common sense and realized, why the fuck are we bidding for this guy? He's fucking shit. For a 23-year-old who still has potential, 50 is absolutely fair. I hear you. I hear you. It's not that deep. Just give it a bit of time. Fraser says, knew you guys were pissed. Oh, you think it's because of Hazard? Well, I mean, it's kind of 1-1 with Rudiger. They did get Rudiger for free, so 1-1, leveled up. Never know. What else did we have? Caicedo. Let's talk on Caicedo for a little bit. Caicedo has not agreed personal terms with anyone. Chelsea is convinced he's perfect for their ideas. I heard from sources that the price would be 70 to 80 million. Well, they're not 100 million because of a pact between Caicedo and De Zerbi. 70 to 80 million isn't too bad for him. It could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse for Caicedo. Let me just put up on the big screen. There you go. If you guys can see that. But yeah, I expect other clubs to get involved, especially for that amount. It probably just depends on who Caicedo would prefer to join. I still believe we would get Caicedo a lot easier if we were willing to put Colwill in the deal, but try and see if you can get him without it. Because we'd all would rather keep Caicedo and Colwill. But I feel like the longer this saga goes, the more easier it would be for Chelsea to secure the player just by offering Levi Colwill up. Because if that's 80 million, you could do 30 and Colwill. Maybe even less money in Colwill, depending on how much Brighton value him. But I see that as a situation that leaves both sides happy. Our defense is still in a decent position. I think in a more than decent position, other than maybe the left back. And it strengthens our midfield, strengthens Brighton's defense. Both sides leave happy. We'll have to see what happens because this Caicedo saga is going to go on for ages. It's going to go on for a while. But I do believe, and I maintain the fact that I think it's an easier saga for us and it gives us a step forward in negotiations if Colwill goes the other way. It just depends on how much you value him. Depends on how much you value him. Arsenal are planning a new offer for Caicedo. See? 70 to 80 million. Clubs are going to start circling in. We can't let Arsenal get both Rice and Caicedo. That's long. That's long. That is a long-ass season next season. I'm not here for it. But, yeah, we'll see what happens because this saga is going to go on for a while. Let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section. Again, keep hitting the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. There's another... No, there's not another super chat. I already read that one out. My bad. Ben, I need to add some sort of channel perks. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like members Q&As or something, but it just helps the channel out. That's just it. I won't even lie to you. I haven't put any perks in yet just because I haven't really had the time to think of it yet. But I'll have a think. I'll have a think. Suggesting to include Colwill may be your biggest. It's only a suggestion, though. I'm not demanding it. Colwill's a quality centre back, and I'd like to keep him, but our defence is our strongest position right now. Our midfield isn't. We're losing basically everybody there, and we need about 2 to 3 midfielders. If sacrificing Colwill gets us a very good partner for Enzo Fernandez in Caicedo, I'm just saying it might be a necessary sacrifice. I'm just saying it. I'm not demanding it. I'm not saying Colwill is a sack of shit or anything like that. I'm not saying Colwill is overrated. I'm not saying nothing like that. All I'm saying is this Caicedo saga is going to be long. We need to sort out our midfield by the end of this, by the start of next season. And to me, if it gives us a big step forward in negotiations to include Levi Colwill in that deal, even with a buyback clause, even with a first refusal, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. It's not an Ellie one. It all depends on how much you value him. All depends on how much you value him. You could think Colwill is just straight up unsellable. And if that's the case, fair enough. He's been a great centre-back. But we have good centre-backs. We have Fofana. We have Badiashile already there. We have Thiago Silva still. Like, there are players there. You could put a buyback clause. You could put a first refusal. And that protects us in the future as well. Because I feel like the people's biggest worry about Colwill going to Brighton isn't how good he could be there. It's the fact that he could go to a top 6 club and be at a rival for us in about 3 to 4 years' time. And that's understandable. That's an understandable worry. Cover yourself. Buyback clause. First refusal. That protects that a little bit more. Again, I'm not demanding to sell Colwill for Caicedo. I just see that it's an idea. And I'm not 100% against it. Not 100% against it. Caicedo versus Rice. We should get Rice. Rice will cost more. Rice will cost more. Man said access to Lewis's post-gym photos. You're not serious, bruv. You're not serious. Big up, Josh. Big up. Also, I'm not interested in Havertz. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Take him. Take him. What else? Our defense isn't perfect. Koulibaly and Chalobah are suspect. You see how I didn't say Koulibaly or Chalobah, my friend? I said Fofana, I said Badiashile, I said Silva. We are trying to play a back. We're trying to play a back 4 next season, not a back 5. And we're going to be playing 1 game a week as well. Don't forget that point as well. We are playing 1 game a week. There is no reason for us to rotate our defense a lot. At the most, it would be 1 player in, 1 player out. But you know the best defenses rarely change. If we are playing 1 game a week with barely any midweek football, that back line is barely changing. So again, it's not as deep as people make it out to be. The biggest issue is fucking Colwill going to a Big 6 team after. That is the bigger worry. And that's more understandable. Big up to Bertram saying buyback or first refusal is very complex. There's a reason why City and Liverpool are interested in Colwill. It's like no to James for Azpi and Zappacosta. Well, it's not, because like when James was coming through, Azpi was kind of dipping off already and Zappacosta was already not there. We already have quality centre-backs in that position. Thiago Silva is still one of the best in the league. I would even put Fofana and Badiashile there. Not in Thiago Silva's level, maybe the level below, but we have 3 quality centre-backs. It's not like we're starving in that position. We're not. I understand Colwill's ability. I understand the level that he's at, the level he could be at. But the same thing goes to Caicedo. And we have defenders. Our midfield is a bigger worry to us than our defence. That's my only real point on it. Like, I don't mind if Colwill stays. I'm not going to be against it. I don't want any idiots to think I have a Colwill agenda either, because I can't be bothered for that shit. I like Colwill. I just would like a cohesive midfield too. So, yeah, but big up to your to the donation, Bertram. I remember you said you wanted the link to hop in the stream as well. DM me, Instagram or Twitter, DM me. I will send you over a StreamYard link and we'll get you onto the show, bro. I ain't forgotten the donation, but you didn't message me yesterday, so I didn't have anything to send it to. But yeah, let me know what you're saying. But saying we don't need him because we have sent. But isn't that the point? I'm saying you could keep him as depth, but we have centre-backs, we don't have midfielders. Kante's gone, Mount is going, Kova's going, Ruben's going. What are we going to do? Enzo, Chukwuemeka, Gallagher. I will kill myself, Poku. Fafana's injury prone. Badia Shields out for 4 months and Silva's going next year. I thought Badia Shields was going to be back for the start of the season. Was that a wrong post? Someone let me know. Right. There you go. That's literally it. That's the entire point. I should have just said that and saved 5 minutes of fucking waffling. We just need Caicedo more. It's as simple as that. I'll happily have both, but just pace you waiting for the Mount. Here we go. Well, it might be a little bit of time for that because they are very far behind on negotiations. Apparently, where's the post? Where the fuck is the post? Okay, I'm gonna have to go on to Fabrizio. Pies didn't post it. Where's this Mount post? United are preparing their opening bid for Mason Mount, and the main issue remains Chelsea's position on the price tag. Man United remain calm as Mount is keen on the move. Strategy game on. What was everyone else saying in the comments? One sec. Cole is a rare world-class Cobham talent. We have to keep those for the culture of the club. Maybe there's something I'm missing because I haven't watched a lot of Brighton this season. If he stays this season, I hope to come back here in October, November and say, why the fuck did I want him gone for Caicedo? I'd love to feel like an idiot for that. But to me, right now, our midfield's the priority, not the defense. But on to Mason Mount as well. The Athletic reported that talks have been held between the directors of the two clubs, but there is a gap in valuations with Chelsea wanting 70 million plus add-ons and United are pitching at the 40 million mark. So it's not even just 70 million base. We want add-ons on that too. We're going to have to meet in the middle, 55 to 60, because both sides have crazy valuations. Mount ain't worth selling for 40 million, not when we were getting 40 million bids for Conor Gallagher in January. 70 million plus add-ons is a piss take from Chelsea. I don't blame them. Again, see how close you can get to that amount. But fucking hell, you're shooting for the stars with that one. It's just a bit of a stalemate, but it's not going to last long because we have to sell this window. Mount isn't going to sign, so we have to sell him. Mount's trying to engineer his move. He's already agreed terms of United. So, yeah, I think eventually it will be Chelsea that budge. And I feel like Man United are aware of that. They're probably aware of the fact if he goes for free, there's going to be plenty of other suitors in for him. But there's already suitors in for him now. And letting him go for free is a lot worse for us than it is for any other club that's going in for him. So eventually, we're going to lower our valuation. So I'm not worried. This is something that's probably going to get drawn out too. Because we have to sell him. It's as simple as that. Nothing to really panic too much about. Yeah, that's all mad. Newcastle have already informed Chelsea they're not interested in signing Pulisic this window. I saw that yesterday. It's only 20 million. I am not fussed with what happens to Pulisic. He wants to leave. He's going to lower his wages. So that'll get done. That'll get finished. Big up to my guy Ryan. Big up, bro. You're not touching Kone, by the way. He's ours. He is ours. By the way, why is your dumb club being difficult with this Mount fee? Just sell him to United so I can take the piss out of them. Bro, we need to get as much money as we can for this deal. And that's what we're trying to do. Mount will leave. Just be patient. You never know. We could be going to you guys. 60 to 65 of add-ons sounds correct. I'd take 50 to 65, but see how close you get. Right, link time. Link is going out to the panel. Let's see what everybody is saying. Cool. Yeah, if you want to guarantee I don't miss out your comment, hit the super chat button and hit the like button if you guys haven't done so either. Fucking wrong accounts. Can't be asked. Bear with me. Right, yeah, now link's going out. Now the link is going. Cool. Yeah, he's sent me a message. One sec. Cool, just send it over to you now, bro. Yes, my guys, what you all saying?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Yo, guys.
Yo, yes, brother. Cool.
Did anyone watch the final yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, bits and pieces. Great to watch. Fucking Amrabat put Rice in a spliff.
Trust me.
Although the fucking...
He's definitely going to Arsenal, isn't he?
Who, Rice?
Fuck,
Yeah.
this guy is here. Fuck.
Yeah, on Amrabat though, like I know he's wanted by Barca, and I can see why. He's the perfect Busquets replacement in that team.
He's going Barca.
Barca are interested, and apparently, like his brother, who might be his agent as well. I don't know. Don't know if he's retired. To be fair, said that he wants to go Barca. He wants to go to Spain. It's just the finances is the issue.
His brother used to play for Watford, isn't it? I think. He's more than Amrabat.
But yeah, so I know he wants to go there, and obviously Busquets is gone. So they need someone there, and he'd be the perfect replacement for Busquets in that team.
Aren't they going to have to sell De Jong?
Not necessarily. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is.
De Jong probably don't want to go again.
De Jong's a bitch.
With that.
Why are we talking about the Barca again?
Amrabat's
going there. We're just talking
Good.
about the Conference
Shit
League
player.
final.
Well, Amrabat shit.
He's good.
Okay.
I'd take him at Chelsea, 100%.
I'd take Amrabat. Maybe not as a starter, but
I'd take him as a starter, 100%.
How dudes be having such pulverizing. One person be like a player shit, another person be like,
He's
oh,
not shit.
I,
He's not shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like
I don't know how anyone can watch it and think he's shit.
He's
Yeah,
not.
that's what I'm
He's
saying.
not at
That's
the level of.
I don't understand how one can be talking and still sounds like shit.
That was creative, to be fair.
For fairly today,
That's extreme that he's shit.
Of course, it's not. He's not shit, but I mean, he's.
This is like the argument we had on Said's channel a few days ago.
Oh my god, I watched that thing.
He ain't shit. He ain't shit.
He's not shit. Like, of course he's not shit. He's a professional football player. None of us can say he's shit. But you know who you're talking to. You know that you're talking to the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Even in the sense of a shit baller, I couldn't even put him in the shit category. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not. Like, it's nothing about his game that I would say, oh yeah, he's a shit baller. Like, I gotta say, you can say you don't prefer him. You know,
Jimmy, when you're gonna tell me how you prefer me to say, I'm gonna tell you the same shit you tell everybody.
I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you what you said. I said when you said he's a shit baller, I'm taking it as if you're saying he's shit. You can say what the fuck you want. You know, I don't give a fuck. But every word has a meaning. So if you say he's shit, we're gonna assume you're saying he's a shit baller. So that's what I'm
but when people
to.
that's the thing. When people saying Mount is shit, do they really mean they shit, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I say Havertz is shit, and I really think he's shit. Like,
I think Havertz has played at a shit level.
No, not shit level. I think he's shit. He's never shown me anything that would make me. You mean no? I'm telling you my opinion. He's a shit baller.
I'm just saying I disagree. I don't think he's a shit player, but I think there is a good player somewhere.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing about Havertz that I like. Nothing. No skill. Nothing about him. I don't like his demeanor. I don't like his face. I don't like anything.
Look,
to
give you like to give you extreme thing about like how I don't think Amrabat is good. I would rather take Wolves midfielder. What's his name?
Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves. Instead of him. That's it.
That's not a crazy take.
I like
players.
I like Neves.
I was going to say that you're saying that's like a wild thing.
Yeah,
that's
they're about the same level, I think. Like, I don't think.
How old is he? Amrabat?
He's like 27, 28.
And where is he playing his football right now?
He's at
Fiorentina.
Fiorentina.
So he's probably an average player. He's 28 years old at Fiorentina. Nobody else has been in for him throughout his career as
like look,
but that's not. You can't. I don't think that's the best argument.
Okay, hold on a second.
The one argument I'd have is.
Hold on a second. If we sign, for example, if we sign him, what are we doing him with the end of his contract?
Who cares?
Yeah, it'd be like 4 years.
That's all I can say.
We're not linked to him anyway.
He's not my cup of tea. Let's say it that way.
Jimmy Smith, Messiah, admire man.
What was that?
I don't know. The guy sounds like he's an opera.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not opera is the person. He sounds like he's an opera
like theater.
Like a theater. Yeah. There we go.
I hear that with the echo. So no one's on panic stations just yet.
I don't understand all these fucking fans crying that we ain't fucking got rid of no one. Do you know what I mean? It's pathetic.
Hey, it's the 8th of June, you know, like
it's pathetic, mate.
People are going to complain either way.
Yeah, either way they're gonna cry, man.
Is anybody actually saw anybody done deal yet? Like, for example, any club already announced anybody signing?
I think Liverpool with McAllister, but
Liverpool officially. Liverpool website.
Yeah, it's official.
They announced them today.
Liverpool
Today they announced them.
That's it.
It's not like we're not openly in negotiations with Man United trying to sell Mount, Real Madrid for trying to sell
If we signed a bunch of people already, people would say we're Russian. So,
hey, what do you have a problem with get Russian?
The thing is, there's quite a few clubs that have announced a signing or have announced certain things, but who cares? Like, let them do their thing, let us do our thing.
I think Liverpool had McAllister in the works for a while now as well.
But no, because Liverpool
course they
didn't
have.
have no competition to get him. To
I'll
just
say,
playing,
but it's not even that. Like you've got like Bayern today have announced a new signing. Your Real Madrid have announced a new signing. But who cares? Let them do their thing. As long as we get our players in.
And
Yeah, we've already got Nkunku coming.
Who cares?
and Gusto.
And all the guys that's being
Yeah.
announced, they're all on freeze. They're all guys coming in on freeze. Like we're gonna announce Nkunku soon, and we purchased him. So we need to relax.
Alex, please don't talk. Okay, bye.
I don't know if it's every fan base.
I'll make it easier for you.
Because
You'll
just
not
I'm a
hear
Chelsea fan, but our fan base seems to be the most fucking
Oh,
unbearable fan base
Bobby,
ever.
Yeah, it's,
Hey, Bobby,
no,
I'll
it's just the
say this
online
for me.
fans, to be fair.
No, I say like I said this before, Bobby. For me, like, and again, this might come from just being more ingrained in his fan base. The Chelsea fan base is the worst in the top six.
Oh mate, I agree. They just cry over everything. They have to have something to cry about. They're always negative. I mean, all right,
Every club saying the same thing. Same thing.
I was about to say every club says that though, because I watch a lot of other fan channels, and they all say the same thing.
And that's fair. That's why, Jimmy. And that's why I said it might be I'm more ingrained in this fan base than I am in others. But like that's just how it comes.
Yeah, and
across.
that's why I said just obviously because I'm a Chelsea fan, I don't follow other fan bases as much. But our fan base just seems to cry all the time.
Yeah.
There's times when
Somebody
I'm
actually became a millionaire of crying on the fan base.
Listen, Liverpool.
AFTV, man.
The Copish, the show, the Copish. I like those guys. They be like, oh, did you see how Chelsea front office work? They go get a player, and then I be like, holy shit! Don't let our fan base hear this.
Yeah.
Liverpool fan base think our front office they go in and they get their guy, and I'm like, yeah, we do, but our fans don't fucking appreciate it. Our fans don't appreciate it. Our fans will turn to Liverpool and say, do you see that Liverpool always get their guy? And then Liverpool fans will be like, we never get our fucking guy. And I'm like, holy shit, like, what kind of world am I living in when everybody thinks everybody else has the perfect setup?
Yeah, I thought Bellingham was their guy.
Yeah,
exactly.
Somebody became bold. Somebody became bold because of the fan base.
Not 2 weeks ago, they didn't give a fuck about that guy.
Big up to Arsenal
and they never talk about the players that Klopp wanted opposed to the players he got. He wanted a bunch of shit players. And they picked out the players that actually worked out, or not the players he wanted. The players they said, no, you taking him. So people never take shit like that into account.
Oh, what's that?
Jimmy, we've got some background noise from your mic.
It's not only Hussam. There's the levels of what's the name of Liverpool fans that been talking about.
Oh, they said that Bellingham was coming in for a year.
3 years.
Yeah.
For 3 years, man. Every year they've been saying that shit.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned McAllister not once, except for the last week. It was the first time that they talked about McAllister.
After the World Cup, that's when they start talking about the McAllister.
35 million is a bargain, though, in my opinion.
I said on this stream a few weeks ago.
That's a release clause, so
yeah, McAllister's not really a player I really rate that much. I don't think he's that great.
I mean, he's a decent player, but that's not what we need. I don't care how much they pay. If nobody's for him in the market, why wouldn't he? Why you see what I'm saying?
For that money too, Alex. No one else is involved.
Exactly. That's not what it is. Just look at the levels of what they went from Bellingham to McAllister.
Yeah.
You see the levels?
Yeah. I don't think Bellingham, for the price they were speaking, though, I don't think he would be worth it to Liverpool.
He's worth it to somebody. Apparently, McAllister wasn't worth it to anybody for 34.
Yeah, but I think Liverpool will get more out of getting 2 or 3 midfielders than just Bellingham. Because realistically, they ain't going to spend 200 million on midfielders, are they?
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the lifelong process of getting Bellingham. We're not talking what they need and what they do. We're talking about what Scott said, that our fan base is crying. We're talking about this, that McAllister is the, consequences of not getting Bellingham, who has been crying for 3 years from Liverpool fans. That's what we're talking about. Not how good is Bellingham, how much he's worth. Let me break you a news. Maybe you will hear it first time. Is it the first time that Real Madrid overpaid for somebody?
No.
Thank you.
I'm not saying it's a bad deal for Madrid. I'm just saying that.
Oh, it's a bad deal for Liverpool.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they get more out of getting 2 or 3 midfielders.
Well, they're looking at Kone.
Hold on a second. If Liverpool got Bellingham for 100 mil, right? Let's say 100 mil. Why make you say that they cannot get another 2 midfielders?
I'm not saying they can't, but Liverpool aren't the sort of club to do that. They are.
Did they spend 100 mil last summer on the player?
Yeah, but did they buy any midfielders with him? No.
No.
Didn't they get? Is Fabio Carvalho? Was he a number 10? Is he considered a midfielder?
Come on, bro. A championship player for like 15. How much they bought him?
I think they paid like
million.
30 million for him, didn't they?
They didn't pay 30 million, bro.
Let me check.
I mean, you could look it up.
Like,
you sound
it was
pretty
like
confident
17
about that.
million or something.
Yeah.
If they pay 30 million, I'll put my hands up. But
I ain't taking no confidence from the guy who wears pink, man.
That's good for you, Alex.
Hang on. It was 5 million with potential of 7.7.
There we go. So yeah, that wasn't a signing that was ever going to break the ground, was it? They always knew that they were going to have to develop him. He was a championship player. Like, come on.
Isn't it the same thing that proves the point that we've been going for the Bellingham for so long?
Like they signed a cheap midfielder, right? I mean,
yes, but that's my point, is that they're not going to buy like 3 players like Bellingham.
Nobody worth that much money. Caicedo doesn't worth 80. Enzo doesn't worth 100. Mudryk doesn't worth this. Nobody worth more than 50 mil, man.
I'll say, Alex, what I will say, no one cares about the price if the player is good.
Exactly.
Not a single Chelsea player or fan is upset that we spent 100 million on Enzo because he looks to actually be the part. You're not going to have a single Real Madrid fan upset that they spent 100 million on Bellingham if he turns out to be a top midfielder. Like,
exactly. Go to Saudi, Hazard.
Big up Eden, man. He's going to continue the career. Let's go.
What career? Well, I know what career he can get into. They have a hot dog eating contest every year in New York.
Doesn't like hot dogs. Stop lying, Jimmy.
Well, they have a hamburger. They have a hamburger and
is hamburger as a hot dog?
Yeah,
that's high end. That's good steak
and wings.
Buffalo the guy's wings. The hamburger, man. Don't put extra weight on him.
I'd say it's less continuing his career and more restarting it, considering he's been basically out of football for the last 4 years.
I'll take Hazard here, man, any day.
Bring back the gold, man.
Not really.
Yeah.
Like, is there a question? Is there a question when I said that for anybody to answer? No. I said it as a statement. You can say it as a statement. You don't have to answer me. I didn't ask the question. I'm coming with violence. Where's Kai? Where's Kai? Where's that?
This is a pure heart over head decision. And you know what? I understand.
Exactly. It's a pure heart over there. Actually, I'll take Hazard over Mudryk right now.
You're not serious.
To be fair,
Arsenal fever. What's with the Fraser beef, bruv? Chill, man. Fraser's City or Chelsea.
No, that's what this is how your fake fan base is, man. That's your fan base. You one of them, man. You probably never saw your club winning the title.
Yeah, you probably.
So why you speak? Why you speak?
Big up to Fraser, though. Big up that guy. Can't believe.
Yeah, where's Kai? Where's the fake stripper? Where's the fake stripper? I feel violent.
I just want to crash on Kai again.
Magic Mike.
Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, man said Mudryk's won more man the match awards at the Bernabeu than Hazard, bro.
Oh, wow.
He actually has.
Oh, wow.
That is a crazy turn. That's a crazy turn.
That's the key word in the Bernabeu. You know what? If he comes to Chelsea, he ain't playing in a Bernabeu. He needs to play at Stamford Bridge, man. That's the man of the match I want.
Yeah, fuck.
Plus, they paid another 20 for him coming in.
It is sad what happened to him as soon as he went to Real Madrid. His career just fucking went down the toilet.
It's that tackle.
Got one
man.
Munier injury.
Tackle.
It annoys me that people just say it's because of his mentality. I don't think it's that.
It was the physical tackle on his ankle that he had to put the screws in.
Yeah.
That's not his problem. His problem is he didn't fucking take care of himself. He's fat.
That didn't help.
A little bit of column B.
Man, listen, that shit can work when you're young. When you start to get older, that don't work anymore. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your body. It's your money maker.
Would you take him back at Chelsea?
Hell no. To do what?
He went from like a great white shark in a pond to just a fish. You know, so it's like the mentality shift there is big, and I don't know if like. At Chelsea, he was.
All right, go on. Let Josh land.
Go ahead, Josh. Go.
Yeah, so like at Chelsea, he's like a big fish in a small, relatively small pond, right? So he's like the man there. Everything is about him. Our whole goddamn team for like 5-6 years was just him. And then he goes to Madrid he wants to live out some fantasy he has in his head about having to be a Madrid player to be considered a grade or something. But
he wasn't willing to put in the work.
But yeah, that's the problem. You go to a team full of hazards. Like all those guys are the best of wherever they're from. And it requires like a certain mentality change. You're not that. You can't go around walking around like you're the alpha dog anymore.
Yeah, you can't. And you can't be at practice eating fucking shawarma while everybody else out there busting their ass. They're talking about, oh, he's not a good practice player. Well, guess what? He ain't gonna fucking play at Madrid. You ain't gonna play.
But I think as well the injuries is the main thing. Like
I know it means I think it's the taxation on his body, bro.
Jimmy, let me hold on.
Hold on. Let me finish. We always heard about he was not a good trainer. He had all those years of not being a good trainer. That takes a toll on your body. Yeah. It takes a toll. Not eating well, not proper nutrition. That after a while your body's going to break down. So that's what you see. Then what happened? He had an injury. And he's not in shape. What happens to a not in shape person that has an injury? They go into worse shape. They fail to recover. Your body has to be in good shape to recover. If you're in shit shape, you're not going to recover.
Right.
Okay, you finished. Let me say. So I'm not going to challenge anybody medical opinions over here, but if you're looking for nutritions, yes, I can see it if he would have had the muscular issues. The problem is the injury that we're talking about, that he crippled his career at Real Madrid, where he had to put the physical screws in it based on mechanism of injury. I don't care if you eat salads. The guy slide tackle your ankle. He broke your ankle. I don't care how many vegetables you ate through your life. When you have mechanism of injury, is the physical broken bone? No, Jimmy. No. It's a different kind of illness. No.
Your body, listen. If your body is in shit shape, you heal like shit. This ain't nothing to argue about. If you're in tip-top shape, your body has a better chance of healing.
Yeah, that is true, but there's certain injuries that just like physically you will never fully heal from.
His injury was not an injury that people's career should be done.
Not done, but you're never going to be
done.
You're never going to be the same.
Done, but he's done. But you said not done. Yes, he's done.
Chill, bro. Chill.
He's done.
Again, you can argue, you can shout. I'm telling you, from the medical perspective, the mechanism of injury, it's not the one based on nutrition. Another thing is his mechanism of injury. The reason why it's the player that he is. What's the most reliable place on the body that he puts the stress all the time?
The ankles.
Your ankle.
Exactly. To change the Jimmy, come on.
Come on, what? And if you fat and out of shape, how are you supposed to heal?
Did he come back fat after the injury, after the surgery? No. He came back fat one time in the beginning when he first came. That's it. He wasn't fat later, man. Stop lying to
Always
yourself.
been fat, bro. He's never been in the best shape. He's never been in the best possible shape he could be in. He hasn't.
Of course, no. Of course, look. Of course, throughout his life, whatever it is. But when you're saying that he's crippled because of that, no. When it's
I didn't say he was crippled.
physical,
I said he ain't. I said he fell off.
no, I said
That's part of
cripple his career. I'm saying cripple his career. If you're thinking that the reason why he's crippled his career is based on nutrition, it's a false. Because based on mechanism of injury, it's an impact injury. It's a fact. I don't care. You can go do scream Bloody Mary.
It's a fact that he's never been in good shape. That's a fact.
That doesn't have nothing to do when the guy slide tackle your ankle.
That does have something to do on the athlete. He can't get in shape.
Yeah, but it's a different type of injury, bro.
I'm going to say it again. He can't get in shape. He can't get on the pitch. That's all I'm saying.
You're not wrong, but like
we're completely talking
it's
about
different
things.
It's a different thing.
But you try to put it in the same.
No, I ain't trying to put shit in the same. I'm saying what I'm saying. You saying what you saying. I'm saying I think if he was in better shape and took better care of himself as an athlete.
Why? The tackle would have been softer on his ankle?
He would be still a better off player. I don't care what you say. He'd be a better off player.
All right, cool. You know what? We'll leave it there.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
He'd be a better off player.
In what way better player?
He'd be in better shape. Simple as that.
No. What, I don't know. He would score more goals?
This is a pointless argument now.
Disagree to disagree.
Yeah, agree to disagree, guys. Well, a lot of people want to move on, so we'll move on from this.
I mean, like, we have a decent conversation. We both, like
half the chat's asking to move on. So
fuck half the chat.
Well, yeah, no, hopefully like 2020.
They ain't even spending no money. Spend some money.
Spend some money, bitches.
$20.
Madrid not
What
interested.
do you not feel about Havertz potentially going to Arsenal?
That was
I'll drive
too
him.
good to be true.
Yeah,
would you be willing for him to join a rival, or would that be too much for anyone?
Yeah, sabotage. And play where exactly?
I was going to say, I'm going to just say it outright. I don't believe this for a second.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I'm just
They're trying to troll us.
I don't know. I can hear that and all.
Hey, they signed Jorginho. So.
No, there's a difference.
Jorginho's actually been good at Chelsea, though. I don't care.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. Josh said it
for 1 second.
Josh hit the nail on the head. Where does he play?
Yeah. He's not playing.
Who cares if we're selling him? Who cares?
I agree.
Who cares?
Go on, Scott.
Also, just look at the source.
Yeah,
also, who's got fucking echoes? Drive me insane.
Yeah, Jimmy, I think it's you, bro. Yeah. You got. I've done. I might be the mic.
Hearing myself talk is like.
But yeah, I didn't believe this until CFC Daily said he got a couple things right on his pod a few months ago. So I was thinking there might be a few legs to this, but
just makes no sense.
Yeah, it just does. Yeah,
I wouldn't care anyway.
Here's an idea.
Oh, look, you jumped in as soon as Jimmy left. Big up.
Here's an idea, right? we shouldn't question
Champions League.
We shouldn't question where if we're sending players where they're going to play at other teams. Who cares? First of all, and what does it matter if it doesn't make sense to you? Just if they want to come in and buy him, just buy him.
No, I think it's just the legitimacy of the report. Like, doesn't make
sense. Why would anybody care what he's gonna play over there when we don't know what he's gonna play over here?
Yeah, they can figure out his position.
We don't know what he plays here, man.
Yeah.
The only thing I can see them doing with him is using it as like a second option to Jesus when they sort of because I think they want.
I didn't kick him off, by the way. Like he went to sort his mic out, and then the Fata just rolled through. Big up.
If anything,
that's a Jimmy. Somebody slide tackled you and broke your ankles, man. You had the bad nutrition, Jimmy.
People in the chat.
Big up to Jimmy. Big up to my guy, Jimmy. But yeah, sorry, Scott. What were you saying? Oh, no, he disappeared. But yeah, they can figure out his position. Don't really care if he goes there or not. See if they're willing to pay 52 million plus bonuses.
Have Real Madrid definitely stopped negotiations?
Exactly, Sean. Sabin, the loudest.
I don't think. I think it's on pause for now, but they'll probably come back to it. Like you don't agree personal terms and then just.
What's the name of the people that can speak where you speak with hands?
You mean sign language?
Sign language. No. I know sign language. I'm saying, but you have
mimes.
The word for
they're mimes, aren't they?
Yeah. What's up, Jimmy for mime over here?
Like a ventriloquist, you mean?
No, that's a dummy.
Me.
Fato, I don't have that one.
Yeah, Fato, what's your thoughts on Havertz potentially to Arsenal?
Bro, honestly, I don't know why Arsenal are approaching Kai Havertz. Where can they get a better striker out there like Colomwani? But if we can get, if we can
actually
get
knows the name.
Arsenal, can you sharp, please? Fuck's sake! You fucking wanker.
Oh, you didn't have
anyway,
enough
if Arsenal would like to steal Kai Havertz from Chelsea, just pay up, man. Hurry up. We're broke right now. We need some money for Caicedo.
We're broke. Alright, cool.
Who said
the bigger question is, what Chelsea fans think of the letter that owners group sent us to us?
It's a bunch of PR.
Yeah, actually. What do you think?
Siri merchant Bali, bruv. Let's have it right. The fucking long way for Starbucks, mate.
Even though sign language or
whoever said it's a PR, it literally is a PR. It's a press release about the season.
I know, but I mean,
the actual definition.
Them giving their opinion on what happened with the season and what they'd like to do better. Like that's general. It's a general press release after a bad season.
I think
it's kind of nice.
What's in this message? I didn't even realize there had been a letter.
It's just like a description of how the season went and what went wrong, what they can do, what they're looking to do better, the optimism on the future and stuff like that. It's a generic, just a generic letter of an end of the season wrap up kind of thing. Like, it's actually sort of refreshing. It's actually sort of refreshing to get it. You could have an owner who just ignores the fans completely and doesn't give any explanation on what happened. So it's kind of nice to see that occasionally.
I was gonna say, and I don't really care, to be completely honest about this. It's
a non-story kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's what it is,
and it is a PR tool or a technique. Like, who cares? Who gives a fuck?
It's literally them reiterating that their ambition isn't just what happened. Do you know what I mean? They're just trying to get the fans a bit of fucking. Do you know what I mean? A bit of positivity.
It's like, as we were discussing earlier, it's like if you're getting wound up about this, it's just you're just looking for a reason to cry. Like
our fan base do.
What's the point?
At least they gave us
your day.
Bobby, you're crying right now.
Had they not done that, half the fan base would be going and then these fucks didn't even say anything about the whole season. Just who cares?
Did Roman put a lot of PR stuff?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd have to think back after a poor season if they did any kind of things. I mean, Roman would put out a statement. He occasionally would put out a statement, but we didn't have that many seasons like we had this year. Maybe once where we were 10th after Mourinho left. It's hard to. You don't really need a press release for finishing 3rd or 4th. It's kind of shit that you do when you finish way out of your expectation.
Yeah, but when we finish, go on. Sorry.
Did we issue a press release when we come 10th in the league at that time? We didn't.
I don't think so.
No, we did. I think.
Look back.
Yeah, he just signed a bunch of players and went, "We're gonna go again," and
then we won the league.
Yeah, he didn't release in the press statement. As long as he fixed it up, that's all I care about. Fix the shit that's going on.
Instead of press releases from Glazers, Mike. Fix your liquor roofs, man, and stinky toilets.
What year was it that we finished 10th? Was that 2014?
17, 18, wasn't it?
17?
No, that was 15, 16, because it was the year after we had contact and we won the league.
Man, I want Inter to win Champions League so bad.
Lukaku, man.
Absolutely not.
I want Lukaku to win the Champions League so bad.
He won't be starting anyway.
Why?
No. This is what's gonna happen. If he wins the Champions League, he will be so happy. He will cancel contract by neutral consent and go to Saudi Arabia.
I hear that. I hope that happens.
As long as you don't come back to Chelsea, I don't really give a fuck where he goes.
To be fair, either way, it's good PR for us in terms of Lukaku if he wins it. Like,
don't give a fuck about Lukaku. I just
want
to see
more money in terms of getting rid of Lukaku.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He looks a little bit more valuable, but that's it. Yeah,
Inter aren't going to buy him though. We know what they're going to do. They're just going to get another loan out of him.
No, it's going to be cancelled by neutral consent. I promise you.
How much years has he got on his contract? 2.
It doesn't matter. If I agree on something, Chelsea doesn't have to pay up.
But Lukaku doesn't strike me as the kind of person who's mutually going to terminate that contract.
Oh, he looks exactly like that person.
I do agree. I do agree that the Inter will try to get another loan out of us.
Yeah, they will. They're trying to get another year.
Like Chelsea will probably be okay with that. It'll just be the terms will have to be much different than they were this year.
They can pay more.
I don't expect us to pay all of his salary. Like if he wants it to be that way, where it's like he gets everything, we get nothing. Then sorry, you can take a pay cut if you want us to pay all your salary. But if you don't want us, if we want to pay like 50-60%, that I think that's something that has to be like talked about.
Have you seen like the recent interviews he's done?
Yeah, no, I don't watch the stuff he does. I don't really care about him. I just like a matter of like trying to figure out the best way
see his face
to get him out of the club.
He's in the news.
My bad.
I would like to get him out of the club without having to take a serious beating over it.
Yeah.
Alex, what happened in case City trash Inter? Nothing happens. But when they
are going to beat the fuck.
They're going to.
I know they will. I just said I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to see Pep cry again. I would love to see that. This is going to be like the best thing ever.
From the City perspective, it would be fucking hilarious.
We could say, and we could say, a Chelsea player won the Champions League this year over City. So it's it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I fully anticipate Man City to beat the absolute shit.
It's going to be
even I am.
Final.
Even I am. I just said I would love to.
See, I don't think they'll beat the shit out. I think City will win.
I don't think it's going to be the shit. I think maybe the biggest score is going to be 2.
Maybe like 2-1, 3-1 or something.
I think you're going to see City on the front foot the whole game. Inter Milan better hope they better hope they have one of those Mason Mount, Kai Havertz type of counter passes in the book.
I think Inter suited more to play that kind of against that kind of style than anybody else.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be similar to the FA Cup final, like that kind of game where City are just on top. But
this is exactly opposite. United did not play counter; they played way too open.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, but they still got dominated most of the time.
It's going to be exactly like a what?
I didn't say they were going to play like United. I said the game was going to be like the FA Cup, where one team's on top for the majority. Well, okay, let me explain it for you, Alex.
Okay, explain, because that bright pink is just blind me.
One team I think is going to be on top for the majority of the game, which is going to be City, and maybe Inter will have a couple of attacks, but I don't think they're really going to do anything. I don't think City will have to even get out of second gear. I don't think City were even that good in the FA Cup final.
No, they weren't, but they didn't need to be.
Yeah.
But that's completely different how actually Inter plays.
Inter Milan are a counter-attacking side, didn't they?
Exactly. And Man United is not counter-attacking. They try to play in the middle. That's the difference. And actually, Inter Milan defense is solid. Even midfield.
Yeah, Brozovic and Barella are very good. Like very
quality
good
players.
It's like I said. It's how you gonna. And people saying that Pep will not overthinking. This is exactly when Pep overthinking. When the too deep of when he plays against sitting counter-attacking team. That's when Pep overthinks. He will think, because the game is going to be so one-sided, I need to put extra midfielders.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what he done against Chelsea, wasn't it?
I just feel like he's been much more consistent this year in what he's trying to do.
It's gonna be what's his name, Haaland.
It's one of those games. I don't think it's going to matter what Inter Milan want to do or do in the game. I think City's going to be all over them.
The only way that Inter are going to win is if City are just a lot poorer than they are usually.
They'd have to have a huge change in identity from this season for them to lose this game. Like they'd have to be very passive, very timid, not like sitting back a bit. And I don't expect that to happen. I expect De Bruyne to be on the front foot, driving the ball deep into the inner box. You have guys like Gundogan driving, getting into the box for open looks. You'll see, Mahrez, Grealish. These guys will be driving 1v1s, trying to get crosses into Haaland and space, and I think it's going to be 90 minutes.
I think the Josh is going to be the difference because there's not going to be too tighty passes inside. Like you can defend with the big amount of you can defend well when the ball is on all the threat is on the ground, but with Haaland with aerial ability plus with the one-time finishing, I think that's the biggest edge in this final that I will see. I just don't like it's not going to be is the way people think that it's going to be destroyed. I don't think so. If you for example, when we draw to Barcelona, do you think we got destroyed when Torres scored that specific leg?
What, by Barcelona in the game?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You see, that's my point. I don't think we get destroyed because at the end of the day, we had the game under control. So for me, destroyed it's a different
sometimes
thing.
like scoring in football can make the game look deceiving, right? Like you could get
you could
score
exactly.
from a corner, you could score from like a full corner or a set piece and still have gotten your ass absolutely whipped in the game. Like it's just like a tough. It's to like go off like to judge off of like how the score finished can like be deceptive on how the actual game played out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. My personal feeling when I've watched them play this year, like they're just like so goddamn like a freight train going.
They look more experienced now as well.
They actually had the favorable draw in the Champions League too, so I don't think it.
Really?
Yeah.
What? No, they didn't. They had Bayern and Real Madrid.
Which is not as strong Bayern, which is not as strong.
Sorry. Did you see who Inter had? Like, have you seen the other side of the bracket?
Yeah, Inter had Benfica.
Yeah, but
Milan.
I didn't talk about Inter. I'm talking about City. I didn't ask about Inter, Scott. I'm saying City did not play.
I don't know.
That's not a favorable draw.
You what?
It's a decent draw.
It's a decent draw. I'm saying like it's not like when Josh saying like they had such a. I just didn't think their position was that good against City.
It's not like Liverpool's draw last season. Like if Liverpool didn't get to the final last season, that would have been bottling it. They played what? Villarreal, Inter, and
it's a one-off game. I always threat of the City in the two games. For me, one-off game, City is not as threat as two.
Yeah.
Why am I salty, idiot? Who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah, why so? Yeah, you care. You don't really care. Tell you to be salty.
I guess I got. He's a City fan. He got offended.
City's like the only Big Six club that I don't really care about. Like,
because all the 13 fans, I don't care.
Everyone's like that. I don't know any City fans, so I don't really give a shit what they do.
Yeah, trust. Arsenal fans, on the other hand, oh my goodness.
Igal, man, again, man, what a troll, man. What a troll.
Igal is actually not as bad as some of them, in my opinion.
No,
what do you do this time?
Worst, man. Igal is the worst.
I know Arsenal fans that are worse than Igal, put it like that.
I don't know no Arsenal fans worse than Igal.
I know Liverpool fans are worse than Igal.
Oh, Liverpool
fans are the worst of them all. Yeah. I actually know only one Liverpool fan. No, two. I know two Liverpool fans that are actually great. It's Mo and it's Rakesh. Those are two guys attack normal, and there's a reason why behind it. Because I think I've spoken about it before. The reason why I hate Liverpool more than anybody else is because when everybody keeps saying like if you watched the early 2000s, everybody hates United. I don't hate United. United fans give us, how you say it, give us run for money, but they are good quality team. Liverpool, when they talk shit about Chelsea, they are not even good team at the time. They the ones that start the whole thing of plastic fans because we had the plastic flags in the stadium. They the ones. They are criticizing Chelsea, but they did not have a good team. They didn't win nothing. You see what I'm saying? So for me, you can't talk shit to a fans when your team is so shit and we're not. This is why I've never had the problem with Man United fan. They can talk because the team was good. That's why I don't have nothing to Arsenal. They just cry babies all the time. I didn't even pay attention to them. And the Barcelona, of course, is because of 2009. That was just.
Ram Diaz just signed for Real Madrid again.
He already played there.
Same thing, coach. I can't stand.
He's back on
Who?
loan, right?
Diaz? Was he the one that was on loan at AC Milan?
Yeah,
Ram.
he went back there.
They've been trying to get rid of this kid for like 5 years now, so I don't.
And it's signed a new deal.
But I don't think he's all that.
By the way, would you go for 80 mil for Tchouaméni if?
Yes,
absolutely, absolutely.
If the possibility is even there, absolutely.
There's a Rice links to Chelsea again today. Let's start it.
I don't know
Did we have a chance to buy Tchouaméni?
It's because
we'll drop a bid.
It's because of what the owner said. The West Ham owner said.
What did he say? I didn't even see what he said.
He said that Rice is definitely leaving. He said that Rice will be leaving this summer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but everyone just assumes that's Arsenal, no?
No, that's fair. But that's why the links came up again.
Oh right, yeah.
And I think it's a good for the West Ham. You know why? Because they will get the money. They know that they cannot they will invest money in that position with that money. You see what I'm saying?
I think they're in a weird situation though, because is Moyes going to stay there for like the next few years, or I don't know.
He has to after winning that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Moyes is the type of manager that just hits the ceiling and then he won't get you much further. But I guess for West Ham, that's kind of where
that's what I say. West Ham, that is West Ham, though, isn't it?
By the way, remember when I was left at the Boeing? Has been man.
He's a good player, Bowen.
He's a good player. I always liked him. And remember when Scott, were you here? Remember when last season I asked I would take Rashford with my eyes closed?
Oh, I wouldn't take Rashford.
I don't rate Rashford at all. No,
you wouldn't take Rashford?
What? No. I'll take Rashford.
Nah, come on, bro. Rashford is way better than anything we've got right now.
We are so freaking deluded, man.
Because he's better than anything we got now doesn't mean.
I was going to say that's not
it.
That's not an argument that needs to be used because like some of the guys we're selling are better than some of the other guys. Like we got rid of Jorginho and he's better than what we're left with. We're getting rid of Kante and he's better than what we're left with. But it's not about that. It's about what works or what I want to work.
But if I'm looking to improve our attack right now and you give me Rashford for a reasonable price, I would take it personally.
Yeah, no, but I get someone else.
I was going to say I'd go and find someone better.
I'm 100%.
Oh man, if Greenwood did not have the blood on his hands, that kid
he'd be so good right
now. Allegedly. Oh, I hate talking. I hate talking about that shit.
Hold on a second. There was another thing came out that there could be. Yeah, I'm not going. Scott is here. I'm not going to that conversation.
But not even just that. It's just that
I'm not going to upset Scott
about it in general. No, it's not even that.
I don't get to upset him. I don't want to upset him.
It's not just that. It's like we don't need to fucking talk about it. It's a fucking Chelsea stream. We don't need to talk about what he did. Fuck him.
It's a Man United thing.
Yes,
exactly.
I haven't seen a long time when the player that clinical with finishing with his feet, with both feet.
Both feet as well, yeah.
Yeah, footballing ability.
He was a good finisher.
Yeah, footballing ability is great, but human being is terrible.
That can finish with his feet that good. Haaland is not in that finish category right now.
Yeah, with both feet.
Quiet recently, bro.
Who?
Haaland. By his standards.
Yeah, but he's saving his energy for the fucking.
See, Zaha's going to Saudi, bro.
Yeah.
So's Mahrez apparently, and all they're coming from.
Yeah, Mahrez might be going to. I heard Sergio Ramos potentially.
Oh yeah, Ramos is a shout. Yeah,
Ramos is finished, man.
Exactly, that's why I go Saudi.
I saw he was linked with Inter Miami today as well.
If Hazard goes to a Saudi club, I'm locking into a Saudi league and have a second home. Sorry.
Me too.
I'll do watch-alongs here and everything, bruv. Fucking Hazard.
Look, if you like for me, like the reason why I'm too hard on the players like Madueke, those step overs and stuff. I'm such a contradictor against Hazard because everything what he does, it pisses me off. I call those players ball huggers that they hold on
like
to the
Joao
ball
Felix
for too
kind
long.
of thing.
And stuff like that. So for me, if you want to know like Boeing, for me, it's not that kind. Like I like that simple player that does what he does not hold on to. He looks for the pass more, like Jamie and Duff. Remember anybody? You see what I'm saying? Like he's not that kind of goes against 5 players individually, you know. So, but Hazard, like, kind of proved me like you can enjoy that kind of player, and that kind of style. You know what I'm saying?
Like when
so
he got
for
the
me,
ball.
like Hazard was specifically like, wow. I was like, wow, that guy's.
When Hazard got the
can
ball on the
actually
fucking
turn
half
my
turn, it was
head
just
and
unbelievable.
saying, yes, you can appreciate the way he put his butt cheeks to block the ball. It's amazing.
I remember
No
his
pun
debut
intended.
against Wigan. His debut against
I knows
Wigan.
what's to put the butt cheeks, but
And the amount of times he got the ball on the half turn and just fucking spun players, I was like, fuck me, this guy
and
is
this is
electric.
what the biggest problem with Pulisic. He doesn't know how to use his body to not get cracked every time.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a body.
Yeah,
No. It's still the way you can position yourself.
Oh, big up, Josh. Take care, man.
This is what I was going to say earlier when people were going about Hazard's weight. Hazard was strong.
Yeah. Hazard's one of the strongest like wingers I've seen in a while.
You watch the Arsenal goal. How many people did he bounce off in that goal?
Yeah. I think it's more about balance.
Yes, it took Hazard to respect. Exactly. The real G said it right. It took Hazard for me to actually start respecting that kind of. Do you think Hazard is a winger or more inside forward?
He's a winger.
Yeah, he's a winger.
Big up, my guy. Welcome
Yo, audio check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm back.
All good.
No,
all
bad.
good.
It's
No,
bad. I can't hear you. Go out and come back. See if there's anybody speaks in.
Super Pochettino. Lewis didn't kick me. Your mom sent me nudes, and I had to see them right away.
Oh my God, Jesus!
I couldn't wait. I had to see them nudes, spank one out, and come back. So I'm all refreshed. All I need now is a cigarette.
Ask if his mom can bring you one.
That is going to get clipped out of context.
Now I'm having a cigarette.
Funny, man.
Buddy kicked me out. I was driving, you prick.
That's a madness.
Now,
that's what happens.
The stuff with the Ugarte deal, like the.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, I already forgot about that, brother.
Who's that again? Who's Ugarte?
What's the new Gatty?
You're 4 days late, man.
And you know what's crazy though with that? Being that he went to PSG, we really not gonna hear about him ever again. You know. We're really not gonna hear about him. That's it. That was his one.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Moment.
There was like a month period where we heard about him and then bang.
Yeah, that's it.
The only reason I knew about him.
Do you think Kai is gonna keep up with his career?
Hell no.
Just like he was watching him before that.
Yeah. The Portuguese league.
Does anyone know that? I think I'm gonna get his name wrong. I was asking Scott about him yesterday. Fernando Luis from Benfica.
No. There's some super chat about him a few days ago.
I was about to say somebody wrote a super chat about him the other day and said,
I didn't see it. I don't know nothing about him.
He would have been Enzo's partner at Benfica.
The new name that I heard that
What about
Chelsea,
Joao
some Viagra guy.
No.
Some Viagra guy. That's the only new name I heard.
Yeah, Viagra. I
remember I've never watched him play. I know he had I know of his career, but I've never seen him play. He had a failed loan move at Monaco, had a decent loan move at Getafe, I think. That's about all I know about him, bro.
Yeah, I don't know fuck all, but I know you watch all the other.
I know he was linked with like some big clubs before the loan, like when he was at.
Look at that idiot jokes about his mom is dead, man.
Florentino Luis, not Fernando, my bad.
Ryan Winter, what is wrong with you?
Oh, poor guy, man.
Sorry about your mom, but my pillow did not kill her.
Right, where's that banner? Where's that?
What interesting conversations we have.
Oh boy.
First of all, if you called neck rest pillow, hemorrhoid pillow, you need to see a doctor.
Yeah, I hope your hemorrhoids get.
Yeah.
That's
the
a
neck
lot.
rest pillow is the hemorrhoid pillow. Maybe when you go to the doctor for you to check your glands, and he tells you take your pants off and bend over, that's the right doctor to go to.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Right, switch it back to football, please.
Yeah.
It is a football. Somebody lost a football in his ass, man.
Fuck's sake.
I was going to bring up the Mason Mount stuff, but there's nothing really on there except United began pitching at 40 million and Chelsea wants 70 million plus add-ons.
They could meet in the middle and give us about 70.
I think
I'll take 70.
Yeah, 60. I think plus add-ons it'll get done for.
60, yeah, I'll take 60.
I think 65. I think 55 plus add-ons probably just will be it. I don't see them.
57.8. 57.8 seems about
57.8.
Yeah.
56.7.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I like always.
It's
a
negotiation tactic.
I kind of feel like Madrid pulling out the Havertz thing is another negotiation tactic too.
Yeah, they ain't fully. If they really want him, they didn't. Well, if they pulled out this quick, they never wanted him. Then
they just we apparently agreed personal terms and they're in love with the player. So
it's June 8th. We've got like 3 months. Andrew. Oh my god, we've got like 3 months to go.
Yeah, Andrew. Yeah.
So everyone's like,
I'm not hearing anyone saying, "Oh, you're in the mud. They're staying. They're staying."
Need to get it done right now. Need to get it done right now. It's like Jesus Christ, Almighty.
We're not even in July.
Players in. I agree. You need to do as quickly as possible. Players out. That's a different thing, isn't it? It's like,
yeah.
Exactly.
But on that, like, what's your thoughts on this whole Caicedo situation? Apparently, Arsenal's about to drop a bid on him.
No, the thing I think is that it'd be interesting to see that they think Arsenal are going to spend something like £92 million on Rice, and I just don't.
Fuck.
The problem with that is I don't know now if West Ham have changed their mind on the valuation after what happened last night. I know he didn't presumably play well or to his best of his ability, but that might change it as well. Sometimes
Plus, he's got an opportunity to win Europa and take him into the Champions League.
I do think Bayern are sniffing around. So
Bayern may not need him.
And also, the transfers for English players sometimes take a hell of a lot longer than between English clubs and actual like foreign players. So it's an interesting thing. All these like the add-ons suited up, what the add-ons going to be, because it's not just going to be 92 million dead. There'll be
like fixed fee.
Yeah. The thing that's been more prominent recently in transfer windows is all the add-ons stuff, isn't it? So it's like, he's got to do this, he's got to do that. I presume they're not going to put any winning thing stuff in there because they won't get anything paid for that the way they go. So it'd be like if he plays 100 games or scores this many goals, I don't know, all this crap. But I think that's their main focus. Which, if it is, and we want Caicedo, we should be, and we maybe already are negotiating right now. That's what.
Well, what's his name said that because of what you just said, Andrew, because Arsenal are in negotiations for Rice, United are more focused on Mount. That's why Chelsea are currently leading the race for Caicedo.
Right.
So,
yeah.
We're focused on Caicedo. We need to obviously get it done before
Who would
the
you
others
rather
come
get,
back in.
Caicedo or Rice?
If you're asking me, but Rice, I'll take Rice. But
I say it depends on the price. If you're saying for the same price, Rice. But if you're telling me it's going to be 40 mil cheaper to get Caicedo, then Caicedo.
Yeah, I'm the same as that.
I'll take Caicedo.
Yeah. I'll take either, but again, I'm with Scott. Depends on the price.
Hey, why not just get both?
Because I've said with Rice, my only issue was just how the fucking price of him. Good player. Got no slander against Rice.
Look, if the price is 40 mil a difference, we can't afford to get the little kid like Lavia.
Exactly. That's it. That's the point.
There is not even conversation. There is not even conversation.
I mean, get more than one midfielder, so it makes more sense to do that.
Is there any news on Lavia?
No.
Really, no.
The only news is that Shields is leading the.
We're admiring from afar.
The monitoring.
No, there is news. Chelsea always had there was never a problem with individual player to find the personal terms. The problem is always going to be how Chelsea going in through the market and then on the CD. The problem is with Chelsea in the market that Santos kid will put the money. First of all, if we're not playing in any other competition, we cannot afford to spend money on the youth players right now because we're not going to give them time to develop. That's number one. Number two, we have a higher priority than Lavia at this moment. Lavia is not ready to be a starter. That's another fact. We have the Santos, the kid that's probably on the same level of how you say it, and I will actually can debate now with Santos with so many international appearances. His level of maturity is higher than Lavia. I love Lavia. I will do anything for the kid to be at Chelsea. The problem is we do not need the youngsters to actually come and help us to get top four. We need the complete or close to complete midfielders to get us to top four. And we already have somebody in the same region can be helped us in the cup competition like Santos. That's it.
Yeah,
Lavia is probably more bound to Liverpool than us.
Oh yeah, Kone's like the son. So the guy who just joined as sporting director of Liverpool, his son just became sporting director of Gladbach, where Kone plays. So that deal is like,
yeah, they want him and Thuram.
If they somehow manage to fuck that up, then that looks to like be a straight shot for them with Kone.
Yeah.
What about strikers? I haven't seen us linked to anyone.
Hold on, Zach. Let me Couch said something. I can't speak on Santos. I don't. I think it's a good question. What Couch asked. So I can't speak on Santos. I watched him. Lavia played in the Prem. I agree with you. But for example, if we do not sign help to Enzo, but we will sign the midfielder. I don't know. I know we're gonna sign the player like what's his name, like Caicedo. And something like that. Chelsea is going to sign one midfielder. So for him to play, he's not Lavia will not overtake Enzo. He will not overtake Caicedo as a starting team. So in my view, why we need to spend 40 mil on the guy or 50 mil on the kid that we have a same kind of kid to play as a second fiddle. That's my point.
That makes sense.
I will take Lavia with my Couch. You know how much I like Lavia. I'm saying is like there's a real issue we have right now, and Lavia is not fixing those issues.
Okay.
Also, could I just? I'm getting sick and tired of this idea of Prem proven or playing in the Prem. Who cares?
I hate that. I hate that.
Fuck.
Was Thiago Alcantara Prem proven? Was Gundogan Prem proven? Like these...
way better
example. What was that stream you was on about talking about this last night? And you named loads. You know what I mean?
There's plenty, bro. Like Hazard. You look at Kante, you look at Payet, you look at Gundogan, Haaland, you look at De Bruyne, you look at you look at Tony came into the Prem from the Championship, clicked straight away.
Prem proven is just this British like bias idea.
Like you look at like bro, you could name 100 players.
You can go through loads, yeah.
Talk about Prem proven.
Even if you want to talk about managers compared to players,
I mean,
the managers that have come into the league.
Reason,
you know what I mean?
Hold on a second. I know what you're saying, Scott, but at the same sentence, when you have somebody, I think Prem proven one season cannot be Prem proven. For example, if you will have the same amount of money to buy a Caicedo or a Rice, why is you picking Rice? I wonder.
Because you've got more
Rice is due to experience. Yeah. It's due to experience and the fact of like the leadership that I think can bring.
It's proper Chelsea.
It's nothing to do with the proper Chelsea. It's not to do with the fact he's been in the Prem either. It's just due to experience.
Oh, okay.
But how he is. I think right now, what's his name? Rice is better than Caicedo, a better player, but Caicedo's ceiling may be higher.
Yeah. But we're not living in 5 years. We're living in next year.
But the thing for me, my kind of point on that is like, if you're going to compare players, compare their attributes, compare their fit. If your initial argument is, he's played in the Premier year, what's the argument?
I agree.
I think Prem-proven has to be consistent within a couple of years than just 1 year. That's not Prem-proven.
Even that.
The thing is, though, is Richarlison was Prem-proven, like, quote unquote. Like, you get so many players that move from one Prem club to another and just don't do that well. It's just about
before. First of all, Richarlison only played 1 season or 2 seasons before in the Prem, so I will not say that that's actually Prem-proven either.
Yeah, but he still had he had a decent performance for the fact that it was.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you can't just use 1 year or 2 years as say as a Prem-proven. You might know where the bathrooms are in the Premier League stadiums, but
so
that's about it.
So what's proven? When do you? At what
I
point?
think it's my personal opinion. I think it's like you've been in the league for so long, so like you are comfortable the way the pace of the game is. Again, I'm gonna go back to what I consider like it's my personal opinion.
Richarlison's been there 6 years.
Yeah, Richarlison's been here for longer than 2 years.
Yeah, but he was a shit player, so I don't understand what your Prem-proven means. He was shit player before, he's shit player now. What's the Prem-proven that has to do with that?
I wouldn't say he was shit before.
Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot. You don't use the word shit. Yeah.
But I mean, even in that sense.
All right, zip it. Let me.
No, even in that sense, he did.
Let me finish my sentence. Again, Jimmy, this is my view all the time. When the kid comes in the Premier League, and for the first year he just balls out, I will not use that as a really good. I will use it as the next season because it's been more. Like, for example, if you have a player and he does not start well at Premier League, at Chelsea, or any other club, you will say, I give him the first year pass, and I will see him next year. I agree with that. And on the top of that, I will not put my money on the guy that only came in the Premier League and bowled out the first season. Because
so what about Tony? Would you say Tony's Prem-proven?
Yo, bro. If you're listening, he's telling you, No.
Tony would be because I think he's had
2 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony's been in multiple seasons, bro.
So he would.
This was his first year in the Prem, bro. What are you talking about? Second. I'm sorry, second.
And he's got double
he
figures.
Played in the Championship, and
the Championship is the same level pace. I think. Like if you can play at the pace of the Championship.
But do you understand, Jimmy, what I was trying to say?
Yeah, I dig it. I can dig it. I understand what you mean. That's why I wanted to explain. Like, at what point would you consider 2 seasons is good for me too? I think 2 seasons is enough to say, yeah, he's proven. But I agree also. Like when a player comes in and smashes it their first year, that doesn't automatically mean that they're gonna smash it their second year. I agree with that. Exactly. You give me 2 years, you give me like a great year and then a good year, then I say, okay, yeah, he's managed.
That's why That's when Salah came from Roma on the first year. He was blowing out. I was like, I recognize he did good this season.
He had a great season, but let's see if he can do it again.
That kid is.
Yeah, let's see if he can do it again. And when they do it again, you just put your hands up and say, you know what? Yeah, that's what he is.
There's obviously exceptions to the rule, like Haaland. We all know he's going to smash it again next season. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, Haaland is. What Haaland did for me was
Haaland is not human. He's alien.
Yeah, he's not human. Like it don't matter where he go, he's gonna do that. Like he did. As a matter of fact, he showed that. Basically, he did the same thing he did at Dortmund. It looked better here because he had more talent around him. But Dortmund, he was carrying guys. Now it was like he didn't have to carry Man City. He could actually.
Dortmund, he played a bit of a different role. Like he
was not even necessarily the role, and even none of that. Not even none of that. It was just that being around more talent, your talent's gonna shine more.
Yeah, it enhances.
Yeah.
But then, like the thing that annoys me is people say, "Oh, he's just like a big man, like target man." He actually is pretty. He's actually pretty good, like in behind.
Yeah, he does.
This is really great. Is Lukaku's Prem-proven? Yes, he's Prem-proven, but he's
a
shit player.
Prem-proven.
He's a shit player,
Alex,
but he's
the point I
Prem-proven.
was trying to make at the start of and this is where this idea of just being Prem-proven in general, it doesn't matter if you're Prem-proven, quote unquote, you've been here 6 years or you're joining the league for the first time. Don't talk to me about that. Talk to me about attributes.
How good
talk to me about how this guy fits, whether this guy's defensive attributes.
I agree with Scott. Yeah,
Sorry, Jimmy. If your first argument is, this guy's been in the Prem for this year, you've lost the argument.
I agree with that. If the only thing you got to knock a player is, well, he's not proven, that means you just digging. You got nothing else to say.
Exactly.
Tell me something about his attributes why he won't make it.
Gallagher's proven.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can say that he's a proven to help you sleep at night, but I knew Lukaku is proven, but he's not a good player. That was my whole point. Same with Richarlison. Why did you bring Richarlison in the conversation? If he's like, okay, we can talk about the quality players and the top of the food chain, the top 4 teams. That's those are you're looking for the proof. How you say it? Proven. Those are the ones. I will actually say if his mentality proven, if that will be in people's head, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for
I'm
example,
not saying Richarlison's a great player, but he's definitely underperformed of like how good he is.
Somebody 20 pounds, please. Fucking for 5 minutes.
Blue Americans hit it on the head, right? It's like it's like calling yourself like the handsomest man in the village. Yeah, cool. As long as that helps you sleep at night, it means nothing. It might help you sleep at night. It means fuck all though in the grand scheme of things, bro. It just sounds good.
Yeah. Prem-proven, fuck all. Like you said, it depends on your attributes to play in this league, etc. Not next to it being prem-proven. Look at when Alexis Sanchez went from Arsenal to Man United. Flopped.
All one matter.
Yeah, that was more a positional thing, though.
Yeah, that wasn't really his fault.
It is a fit thing. It goes back to the a good fit for a team and it works. It doesn't matter where you come from.
Imagine being sold by Mourinho and then Mourinho rocks up at your next club.
Imagine that.
Fuming.
That's the one thing that always annoyed me with Mourinho is the fact that he sold Mata and like, I don't know.
I didn't care. He won.
Did he insult you on your
couch wants in if anyone wants to hop out?
Did he insult you when you were sitting in the feeding chair?
No,
I'm gonna hop out in a sec anyway. Bro, I'm just saying Mourinho made a big mistake with selling Mata, that's all.
No, he didn't. He won. We won. You can only say he made a mistake if he did not win trophies. He won. You can't make a mistake when you win.
Did Pep make a mistake in the Champions League final against us?
I'm sorry?
Did Pep make a mistake in the Champions League final against us?
What are you talking about?
I'm asking you a question, yes or no. Did Pep make a mistake in the Champions League final against us?
But that's like asking, like, what's
if you
the
want
weather
to call it
Moscow,
that, I don't know.
It's a mistake, yeah.
What mistake?
What
mistake did he make?
Not playing Rodri and starting De Bruyne at centre forward.
So if Rodri would have played, he would have guaranteed to win.
No, but they would have.
All right, well, shut up, man. I hate y'all guys that talk about. Shut up. Hindsight is fucking 2020. You can always think something is a mistake.
Jimmy, welcome to Pinky.
You're missing my point.
Let me introduce you.
No,
Pinky
you're missing my point. It's not like we went out there and beat the shit out of Man City. We beat them 1-0, and they still could have won. So what? So was his tactic all that bad? If they still could have won the game?
But I'm saying that you can say
let Couch come in. Let Couch in.
Bro, get off Mourinho's dick, man. All I said is that he made a mistake. Like,
here you go. Yeah, all right, Chubby Havertz.
Someone get the door. Who's knocking the bell?
Mourinho's dick, man. Well, if you get up, you go sit on it.
Jesus Christ.
You could. I know what Jimmy's saying. We won the league, but in my opinion, selling Mata at his age was still a mistake.
It's a mistake, bro. Like,
you cannot make a mistake when you win the fucking league.
Jimmy, I hear what you're saying. We won the league.
Man, listen.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
We won the league.
Look, it's the personal.
We do the
personal.
man.
It's the personal. I feel bad for Mata. That's it. But it's as far as it goes.
Big up, Mata.
Yeah, I feel bad. The other day, remember I brought him up in here,
Jimmy,
and I love Juan Mata. But guess what? We won the fucking league.
Before let's ask. For example, if you knew, for example, the year before, for example, in 2022, when we won the Champions League, 2021, 19 or 1920, right? 1920, whatever. If you knew that by get rid of what's his name,
Hazard,
Yeah, if you knew 100% by selling Hazard, you win in the Champions League next season, would you do it?
Hell yeah. I'll give him away for free if I knew I wouldn't even have to sell him for money.
I forgot.
Not really. No.
I should ask.
I'll send him on the
person.
free. Yeah, because you're
Big up,
stupid.
Victor, take
You'd
care.
rather
Yeah,
keep
you
the
see, no.
player
You see what I'm saying? Like,
than the fucking trophy with the big ears.
Oh yeah, Couch, if you're about, roll through.
yeah.
So are you saying that you think that we wouldn't have been better?
Would you get if you knew that
Mata?
you win a Premier League next season? Would you get rid of Mata? Only reason you win in Premier League by giving up Mata.
But if so, is your question saying that if we don't
Did
give
you
him
hear the
up?
question?
Yeah, but hold on,
Man.
hold
I
on.
thought I was not English.
Let me turn down
Is
the
your
volume on
question
my mic
saying
so I
that
can
if
yell.
you don't give him up,
Big
you're
up,
not
Couch.
going to win it?
Yo,
or
what's
not?
up?
That's pretty relevant.
Hi, guys. Good to see you back.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute. You don't have to jump on though, man. You guys are like the slandering me, man, in the chats, man. What's going on?
No, that wasn't us. That wasn't
You guys
us.
are taking what I'm saying completely out of context. Scott in particular. I didn't say anything about Prem proven. What I said was if you've seen somebody play, you watch somebody play week in, week out, you have a better understanding of their game than you do having somebody play in the second division in Brazil. Nobody's watched that guy play. They're talking about Santos like he's the next thing. Nobody knows anything about him. I know about Lavia because I've seen him play.
Yeah.
That's the point. It's not about Prem proven. It's the fact that we've seen him play in the league.
Yeah, I saw him.
Couch. It's like me and the fake Magic Mike yesterday talking about the midfield. He's saying that he was talking about like, oh, I was watching Ugarte one game and I already know that he's a quality player. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, you've been watching Caicedo for so long, and you think that Ugarte is better than Caicedo.
We have more information on players that we get to see week in, week out. It's just that simple.
The biggest samples. That's all it is.
You know, like I have nothing against Santos. I hope he becomes the next. I don't know who, but I want to see him play. But to be honest with you, I'm not banking on this kid that I've not seen play football. And anyone that says that they've watched him and he looks like this, that they're lying to themselves.
I watched him one game against Morocco.
Exactly. Hold on a second. How much did we pay for Santos?
Like 20 million, I think. 20. I think like 20 million. But I got a hot take.
Why is not the same conversation with Santos and Lavia? If we buy, like for example,
I'll take Lavia over Rice right now. Lavia over Rice, as if I'm going into a fucking kebab shop.
Just want to be extreme.
No, I'm not being extreme. I'm not. I'm telling you. I like
for the
Latvia
same price.
that much. I'm making it an order like I'm at the kebab shop. Latvia over Rice, baby.
For the same price.
I'm taking Lavia over Rice. I just think Lavia is going to be a better player than Rice.
So someone offers you 40 million for either, you're taking Lavia.
Well, first of all, Lavia is going to be like $40 to $50 million cheaper.
No, but I'm not asking that. I'm asking the same price. You're going to take Lavia, or is it just? I'm wondering if it's like a price thing or what.
Everything plays into it. Everything plays into it.
So you're considering price as well.
I don't want you to add elements into it or take something away that doesn't exist. Rice is going to cost close to 100 million, and Lavia is going to cost about half of that. I'll take Lavia over Rice and Lacazette, please.
I'll say the only way I will buy Lavia if we get Enzo, and then I will pick between Lavia over Rice.
I know you mean.
If we get Enzo, you okay?
Oh, not Enzo, Caicedo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for me, it's the same. Like Caicedo for me has to be the priority now. You can't
priority number one.
You can't go Lavia over Caicedo. You have to bring
for
in
me,
Lavia.
Caicedo was the priority before Ugarte. That's how.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
No way.
Another guy that nobody watches, and everyone's like, "Yo, man, we got to get this Ugarte guy."
No.
I don't even know
Magic Mike watched him
3 weeks ago.
The only person that watched him I spoke to
Magic.
was Scott.
The
Scott
only
was
person who watched him was Magic Mike.
Yeah, I just don't get the takes,
Republic.
man. Like I watch football. I don't watch football 24/7. I don't watch every league around the world. That's for damn sure. I watch what I watch.
Who was talking about him is Scott.
The one thing
That's
I can
the
say.
only person I remember talking about him.
There's times I'll be watching a big team like PSG, and then somebody they're playing against a standout. Like I think what's this kid name? Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'll tell you.
Enzo Lafitte.
Kakare.
No, it's a kid with dreads. It's a midfielder. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Hold up.
Has anyone ever watched Kakare? He's a baller.
Nobody watching cock. You're the only one to watch cock.
It's like a year 6 joke, bro. Like, what are you on about, bro? I'm trying to think about football, like.
You still.
Yo, chill. Y'all stop trying to bully Chubby Hazard. That's my guy.
Come on, bro. Shut up, bro. You can't bully me.
No, I'm not.
Nobody can bully Pink,
What
man.
you talking about?
You're pink and stinky, man.
Chubby Hazard. You look like I remember when you came on cam, you look like a Chubby Hazard, man.
Big up Hazard.
Yes. Legend.
What is this kid name, man?
Are you on about Thuram?
Fucking midfield. Yeah, Thuram. Thank you. Fucking Thuram. He's up. Yo, y'all ever watch this kid?
Yo, Kefren Thuram is a baller. A baller.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He's different.
He's going Liverpool, apparently.
Him and his brother.
He's a baller.
What team is he playing for?
Right there. That's the cover.
I think it's is it Nice?
Nice. It's Nice. OCG
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched
Hey,
them play,
French
and
league.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I watched them 10 times. I watched them like twice, and I said I don't give a fuck. I want that kid on my squad. He's different.
I watched him against PSG and he put in a real shift. He was real
That's
good.
the first game I saw him against PSG. I was like, who is this dread? He's destroying these guys.
Fearless, full of stamina, good at the ball. I'm like,
his final ball's a bit off though, but I think it could be like work on. He's still young, isn't
Oh,
that's what we said about
where he's
Kova
at right now, he's the cover
Kante.
replacement. He's the cover replacement. Him right there. That's my guy right there.
I hear that.
Yeah, that's my guy. I'll take him over.
Caicedo?
No.
Over Lavia.
But the McAllisters and all those guys that can name it. Yeah.
Who's that guy that we were linked with a couple days ago?
Viagra guy. I heard there was some Viagra.
Yeah, Viega from Celta Vigo. His comments look good. He's techie as fuck, but I don't know anything about him.
He's quick too.
I have no idea who that guy is. I prefer Zakarian.
I think it's the kid, that Russian kid that, like, I think that means that we stop looking for that Russian kid.
Oh yeah,
we should get that Russian kid.
We should.
No, we already got another. Don't we? Oh no, we got the Italian kid. That's a midfielder. That Russian kid is a what? Is he a 10?
He's like a hybrid. Like he can play 10 and he can play like he reminds me actually of De Bruyne. He's not as powerful.
Exactly.
He's quite fast, like explosive.
He actually looks frustrating for me. I watched him after we've been linked with him. I watched him a couple of times. He looks for the through the ball a lot, sometimes too much.
Yo, the Viagra kid, he reminds me. He's like a Poundland Joao Felix. Like I watched him. That's what he looked like to me.
He gets a lot of goals and assists, to be fair.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's more technical, but he like I can see him doing the same shit in the print. Like you see that shit Joao Felix was using.
Bro, I don't rate Joao Felix, man. He's a vibes player.
He's just not a finisher.
Okay.
Everything else he got. Like I seen him put so many center backs and midfielders in a split. I'd be like, holy fuck. Like it shows me if we get a techie attacker, they're gonna eat, man. They're gonna eat because
he's like a 5-a-side player, bro. I don't rate that guy, man.
Alex Guardian? No. Not spoken to him.
The Ram. God damn, I like this Ram kid. I'm gonna go watch some more.
I spoke to Katrina. Yeah, I don't think that Alex would be somebody that would be looking to talk to us, to be honest.
Mute couch.
Oh, I didn't know if he was talking to Alex or not.
That's what threw me off too. I heard him say Alex, then I'm like, nah, he's on the phone.
I think we should be looking at Alphonse Caqueret though. He's a good player. If you've watched Leon,
never heard of him.
Yeah, I've never heard him. Type his name out.
Big up to Adrian saying it's so crazy that Fabregas started playing for Arsenal at 16 and left at 23 with 350 appearances, 50 goals, and 111 assists. Yet we have Gallagher, who's just meh.
Don't compare Gallagher to a world-class player, man. Come on.
That was some random Gallagher slander. It's okay.
Zakarian reminds me. Zakarian reminds me of Fabregas too with creativity, but he is more physical than Fabregas all the time. He's still more physical than Fabregas. That's why I think De Bruyne is the one of the like combined midfielders. Like you can see the potential. You can see in De Bruyne a lot of greatest midfielders. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a combination between him. I'm not like, for example, you can see the long passes, you can see the cross passes, you can see the shots, you can see the through line, all those passes and stuff like that. And I can see that if we would have got that, what's his name? That Russian kid, I think he's gonna be good.
How did it burn him out? That didn't burn him out. Everybody's career not supposed to go to 30. If you start at 16, what you supposed to go to you 40? Like, I don't get why people call that burnout. He started professionally early.
It's the same as Wayne Rooney, isn't it?
No, I feel he declined a bit early for his age. That was just it.
Yeah,
But you got to go by the mileage, though. You can't.
Yeah, exactly. You start early, you finish early.
Like he was playing
No, but that's the point that guy was trying to make. He's just saying, like,
So
actually,
what
no,
was
he's
it-
saying because the game's too
All
early.
right, so okay, let's say if he started when he was 21, that means the rest of the other years would have just been wasted. He was good enough to play. That's when his career started. That's why I don't look at Rooney as, oh, he burnt out quick. Well, no, he was professional.
He was
at
fucking on the
16.
same
Just
16.
hit the ground running, basically.
While some other people was in they fucking still pissing on the side of the toilet, he was playing
Jimmy,
professional.
he was fucking England's
Why you
best player
talk
in
so bad about
2004,
Zach,
18.
man?
What?
He said somebody's peeing from the side of the toilet, and I was like, why is he taking shots at Zach?
Yeah, pissing on the side of the toilet mean you young still. Cause you know when you young and you
Yeah.
that shit fly everywhere.
He tweaks sideways.
That was the most random stray. Oh my god.
Plus Rooney was a fucking he was like a street footballer, wasn't he? He had everything. He
And not
run
only that,
100.
he's another person that didn't take care of himself. Imagine if Rooney had like CR7's work habits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't take care of himself. Those type of players after the game they go and drink a beer.
And you know what
Ronaldo's
didn't
gonna
end
have
his
a fucking
career? A
wheatgrass
broken injury.
Who, Rooney?
Yeah, he didn't have a broken bone injuries. The fatness did end his career earlier.
No, that's what I was saying. I said, imagine if he had a actual good work ethic and took care of himself.
He would have been like, he would have had like, I don't know, he'd be like way higher up where he's ranked.
underrated, Rooney. He's underrated.
Yeah,
His
definitely.
prime would have lasted even longer.
Rooney, for me, he's disrespected nowadays. Like I think
he is. How many players at 18 years old are going to a Euros and they're expected to win you that tournament? Because that's what everyone thought Rooney was going to do.
Yeah,
Rooney.
And if he didn't break his foot,
I didn't.
Well,
I knew who the manager was.
The nation.
Yeah,
well,
but
yes.
you wasn't in England, Alex. You gotta.
Yeah,
no, but I was still watching the World Cup.
Yeah, but the narratives
I
of
knew
the
that
time.
it would happen
Wasn't
because I knew
England.
who the manager was.
Sven-Goran Eriksson, yeah. We always had the wrong managers at the fucking time.
Yeah, but the thing is with England, whenever we had a golden generation, quote unquote golden generation, I don't think we ever had the best team in the world, ever, of players. Even when we had the golden generation.
No, when we had the golden generation, we should have won something.
Should have won something. Yeah, you didn't have to win a World Cup, but yeah, you should have won something.
We had everyone knows who we had, but that team was.
When you had the golden generation, you had the worst manager.
Yeah, we had Sven-Goran Eriksson in charge.
Yep.
Same thing. You have a second gold generation, and you have another idiot as a manager.
Like, what did Sven-Goran Eriksson do? He put Paul Scholes out on the left wing instead of playing like a Scholes.
You
Gerrard,
never
Lampard.
had them up. I'll tell you what. Southgate could have won the World Cup with that team because the type of players they had more than he had.
More the defensive players, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's a better midfield structure and defense in that team for him to be a then manager. He would have done better than Eriksson. And Eriksson is Eriksson just shit. Never mind. The Eriksson just shit manager, or doesn't matter who. But this team is more creative, and you have the wrong manager again.
Yep. TFA for you. They're useless.
Useless. Did we lost Pinky? Yay! He went to his Pinky.
And cancelled.
Oh man.
Fatur, you beating your
That's
meat
the worst
with
thing you can
microphone
say,
on, man, and we don't get cancelled, man. Shut up, man.
Yeah, Jacob, there's not been any real developments.
Up your ass, Alex.
Surprise, surprise. The transfer window isn't fucking open and it's hardly.
Dude, with your micro penis, you don't know what's reach. Just shut up, Fatur.
You guys can ask any questions you guys want to ask. You can go for another 10, 15 minutes or something.
Ask Fatur size of his penis. He'll tell you in millimeters.
Whoa, bro! Nobody wants to know that. Big up Pride.
Why you don't want to learn? You don't want to learn millimeters?
I'm not that way.
Please put the banner out. Fucking hell. Oh dear.
Because fucking hell, that is mad. That's mad. What's his name? Malo Gusto, bro. He's coming in the summer.
Are you Chelsea fan? You don't know who's Chelsea player? Oh,
big
fuck.
up Rodrigo.
Jimmy, your best friend is here.
Big up everyone.
What are you telling me, my guy? You good?
Chilling, yeah. I was gonna say about that England golden generation, yeah. Like other countries also had the golden generation at the same time, and they had better players, obviously better managers. That's why England couldn't win. Because look around.
Watch is who? Scolari?
No, I'm not just talking about Brazil. Like if you look around, they all had great players. France,
Italy were good.
They all had great players in the mid 2000.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the golden generation and the
managers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. England golden generation coincide with other countries also golden generation.
They still, Rodrigo, yeah, I hear that, but we still, in my opinion, that's
we were saying England would have done better with a different manager. We didn't. Nobody said we're gonna win the World Cup.
Michael Owen, Wayne Rooney, Gerrard, Lampard, fucking John Terry, Rutherford, and Ashley Cole. Do you know what I mean? There's just world class.
They had Capello. Capello, you think has good discipline, can get good defensive structure, but
the players didn't like Capello, did they? The players didn't like him.
There you go. So even if you're Southgate back then, the players might not even liked it.
I think it was more to do with Capello was very behind the scenes, was very regimented.
Political
like he was
correctness
very
over here.
What?
Go drive your car.
Yeah.
Don't know what just happened there, but
I don't know either. Rodrigo start talking and just ruin the stream.
Yeah, and Alex are complaining, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, man.
All right.
Yeah, Gusto's definite, my guy. Gusto's definite.
Bro, sorry. Again,
Gusto was announced by Clark, man.
They were fucking signed in January. Like the contracts were signed, all sorted in January.
He actually had shirt.
He's back on loan. We sent him back on loan.
What's with this fucking fan base, man?
You can tell he's our player because he got injured.
The real question is,
I will understand if you had a Cuckoo
we haven't
question.
Cuckoo signed.
Fuck off.
We haven't Cuckoo signed.
Fucking fan base.
Like Gusto literally has a shirt golden.
It literally says, go on transfer market. It says he's on loan to Leon. It says he's on loan to Leon.
You sure, Andrew?
The only way we could sign him in January.
Sure, that's not a brown envelope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord.
You guys watch Amrabat yesterday?
Yeah, we were talking about him earlier.
It's time to go.
Shit baller.
Same as it.
I was listening to that, man. You guys are going off on the guy, man. He's shit. He's this. I don't even know if he's shit. He just looks like, you know, he's just,
you're saying shit. You don't
not
actually
special.
mean that. He's not special. Nothing special about that. He's as special as Ziyech.
I think he's better than Ziyech. I think he's better than Ziyech.
Come on.
In his position, he's better than Ziyech. Come on.
Yeah, you might have point, but for me, he's as special as Ziyech.
Ziyech is trash, bro.
Yeah, Ziyech is a player. He's fucking dog shit.
Jimmy, but how you can say he's a trash?
Because I watched him for the last few years. Motherfucker, he's trash. Alex, he has 2 left feet. He only can go one direction.
and he's poor
And,
at that.
and those
when-
2
anytime
legs
he
are
try to
actually
go right-
F each other all the time.
Yeah. Anytime he try to go right, he trip. He lose the ball because both his feet are left. They're designed to
The,
go
be-
one
the best
direction.
game he's ever played at Stamford Bridge was when he played for Ajax in the 4-4. Other than that, he's been shit.
Yeah, fuck him. He's not my cup of tea, bruv.
Real Madrid won't pay more than 100 million euros for Harry Kane.
Yeah, Levy's refusing to sell him, man. He's fucking crazy, Daniel Levy.
Let's not go with like if he's like I heard Jimmy talking about Harry Kane doesn't have ambition. Like, what kind of player, professional player, doesn't have ambitions, man?
Oh,
Yeah.
this one,
Yo,
this one,
Alex,
this one again.
don't, Alex. That's what I was saying to these guys. Like, do y'all know how strong of a statement y'all saying? Like, huh? I don't
He
know.
has ambitions. He's just stupid when he made the major decision that could affect his life. That could be argued that he made the stupid decision when he. There's always those decisions, the major decision in their life with the football players. Like, if you make a wrong decision, it doesn't mean that your ambition is done. You just made the stupid decision.
Yeah,
he made the stupid decision to hire his brother as the manager. And he paid for it.
I think the argument was more like, if he doesn't push through to go to Real Madrid, his question is ambition to stay at Tottenham.
What's the push? What do you mean?
Well,
push?
like you would
training.
Like, if Real Madrid,
Rodrigo, nobody asked you, man.
Real Madrid come calling. Benzema's now gone. The number 9 position is free for him to actually now go and do something at the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid. For him not to even try and push through. Or let's just say, at the moment, he's probably not going to be able to go because Levy's not going to sell him. So you could take that into context as well. But if the opportunity was there and he didn't try and push through, you would have to question.
Yes,
why
but
he's
was
not
that
doing
option was there? In for example, I understand when people say against City. Okay, so when he did, what possibly can he done more when he went when he did not came to the training ground?
According to them, that didn't happen because I brought
No. I never said it didn't happen.
According to them, that didn't happen. They said he had no ambition. I said he tried to leave. I said
I'm
that.
saying, like, what he could have done more to push.
Hand in a transfer request, refused to turn up.
He did that.
He did that. I said
and,
that.
yeah, and then a week later, he fucking come back crying, saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
Matter.
He has to.
He didn't have to.
Going to sell him.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
With the fans.
Hold on, Jimmy. Let me talk to what's your name?
My bad. Go ahead, Cook.
Bobby.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut up the onions over here.
Look, Bobby. Wasn't there Spurs already start the preseason and he still didn't show up?
He wasn't there for the first 3 days of preseason. Yeah.
So what do you expect him more to do?
Well, just don't turn up at all.
Oh,
how many players have fallen through moves because their behaviour behind the scenes has been
like the situation is different. Then he still had like 3 years on his contract. Now he only has 1 year. So maybe if he pushes more harder now, he might get a chance to go. But obviously you can't guarantee it.
He might. You know what?
Exactly. Yeah. No one knows. No one can guarantee what leave he's gonna act like. So you can't really blame Harry Kane.
Move.
Yeah, you can't blame Harry Kane. I mean, all he can do is try what he did again and see if he works this time because he only has 1 year left.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, right? If he doesn't move to Real Madrid this summer, he signs a new contract.
Nah, you can't.
He will.
No.
I think he will as well.
He will.
If he does, he will be a highest pay, and that's another.
Why would he sign a new contract right when he has the opportunity to leave on the free? Come on, this is what I'm talking about.
Because that's my point, Jimmy. I don't think he's got that ambition to he's
I
too
guess
comfortable.
we'll see in a year.
I guess we'll see in a year.
Because I think he's too comfortable at Tottenham.
He's not comfortable. He tried to leave last year.
Exactly.
He didn't try hard enough. Is my point.
We just told, and like I said yesterday, he tried to leave last year.
I don't. How is this even debatable? The guy handed in a transfer request.
Exactly.
What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. Like he has no ambition. He tried to go to Man City. What the fuck? I said this yesterday, and they said no. So that's why I fucking snapped. Because they made it seem like he didn't try. He tried. What more could he do? This is the same shit I was asking yesterday. What more could he do?
Exactly.
People saying like, why did he didn't do last year? Because City came for him a year before.
Yeah.
No, because it was the coach, Conte. They thought that the Conte.
Right.
That's why he stayed.
Conte got him to stay.
But that happens every summer. Mourinho's convinced him. Conte's convinced. It'll be the same shit this summer. He will stay at Tottenham for the rest of his career.
Hold on a second. If you're a player, you will not bet on the managers like Mourinho, on the manager like Conte.
Not when you look around and you see who you're fucking playing with. No,
man, no, Bobby,
Hold on a second. he looked around and he sees
that Tottenham
that reached them in the Champions League final.
No chance.
No,
yeah, but you're talking
no,
Champions
Bobby,
League final, Alex.
Bobby,
You're
I think
talking
you're wrong
years
on
ago.
this one. Bobby, look, remember the summer Spurs had? They signed few players. They could convince him, at least, listen, we're signing Bissouma.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
We're going to compete. So
Exactly.
he bought into that. Listen,
Not even bought into that. Y'all don't think players buy into themselves.
Yeah.
You think I can do this. Like sometimes y'all project your own defeatist fucking mindset onto a star athlete. Star athletes don't think like you. Oh, I have to run and go join that team. No, you have some people that say, you know what, I can do this shit. I can do this. I got Mourinho. I got Son. I got this. I got that. You know what? I can do this. And then it don't work out.
Run the money up.
Yeah, where's the money, Said? Stop.
Where's the money, Said, man?
Collection jar. Where's your collection?
Caicedo ain't paying for himself. You guys are. So please change that color, bro. Change that color, man. It's gonna be a different shirt next season.
Yo, we don't worry about Said, man. And by week 10, 11 in the season, he'll have on that green fucking scarf again. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah,
Norwich scarf.
That's how he comes in peace. Don't worry, man. My G.
Pay up, man. Pay up.
Rodrigo.
Yo,
look, Fatur woke up.
That's funny.
Rodrigo, did you get yourself a dildo for Tuchemeni?
Whoa!
big black one, yeah.
Remember he asked for
put a color on it, right?
Yo, that is deep.
Oh, I've heard. Talking about Tchouaméni, I'm hearing a lot from Madrid. They're saying maybe he's got one more season to prove himself, or they're looking to ship him out.
Who's that?
Aurélien Tchouaméni.
They can ship him out to the bridge. We'll take him.
Yeah, they can ship him over here. We'll take him.
We'll
What about loan? Get him on loan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Rodrigo's in England. He can find him a big dildo in England.
I can ship one to you as well. Where you are? What's this thing about Rodrigo and dildos? Like, what we do?
You don't remember yesterday's stream?
About genital stuff, man. What's wrong with you people, bro? Fucking hell.
You don't remember yesterday's stream? Dude.
I don't.
Fucking Liverpool.
Maybe I need to put
Thuram.
Yeah, Jimmy, they were in talks for Kone and Thuram.
Come on, Liverpool. Get the fuck out of here. I'm telling you, Thuram is the goods, B. I'm telling you. And Kone and my guy.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah, they want both of them, yeah.
They want who now?
Kone and Thuram.
Kone and Thuram. Those are my
Real
guys.
Madrid?
No, Liverpool. They're going to rebuild that fucking midfield, man. They're going to rebuild that midfield.
And this is what Zach
Jorginho could be joining Sarri at Lazio, too. They got the Jorginho.
Nobody cares.
He came to help him win the Premier League.
Someone just brought it up, so I thought, I just...
Nah, nobody cared, man. You know damn well nobody cared.
He came to help Arsenal win the league.
Yeah.
He did help him. He done his Chelsea. He had his Chelsea hat.
You remember those graphics? Number one in tackling, number one in this, number one in that. Oh, they're trying to sell him already?
Number one in Lazio.
Sorry, ball.
Fuck, sorry. Never right, sorry.
No, they don't want him to sign him there. They need to sign Loftus.
Do not put... I knew it.
Big up Don Sarri.
No,
Scott woke up.
Mauricio.
I was on a call.
Give up the Don. Sorry, I'm with you on that, man. Sorry, ain't never do nothing wrong.
Smoker, son.
Yeah, man. All we need to do is give him a smoking area for halftime, and he would have stayed. That's all he needed. Or you should have met my dealer.
Did he actually leave, or did we sack him?
No, he left.
Still left.
Yeah,
he was homesick.
Fuck out of here. I don't blame him.
He said he regretted it.
Yeah, the fan base turned on him quicker than they turned
he did say that he regretted leaving Chelsea.
He did.
He regretted.
All the shit I saw on the Graham Potter, the fan base never chanted against him the way they did. Sorry. Never had the whole ground chanting, "We want Potter out" or
because
"Fuck
the
Potter."
game was so boring, man.
I mean,
it was never.
I think Sarri.
It was
They
never
were
as bad.
booing him because they didn't know that the game could be even more shadier in the future.
No, it was never as bad under Sarri as it was under Potter.
Sarri's season was the last time I had my season ticket, and the atmosphere was fucking toxic. It was bad.
But
it was
toward
bad.
the
Yeah,
end of the season, it got better though. I think toward the end of the season, we're playing a lot better than.
Like worse, bro. What do you mean it got better, bro?
Yeah, toward the end of the season.
Remember the football at Baku? Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Cardiff game away where we were?
I was going to say
that was a spin.
That was horrible, bro.
Yeah. I'll say this about
you put William, Giroud, Pedro, or some bullshit.
I'll say this about Sarri, man. We were seeing the best of this football at the end of the season, and to be honest, we went from one specific style of football to the exact opposite in like a summer, and you weren't going to see the fruits of that in that first year. You know, we needed to give it a little bit more time, in my opinion, if you wanted to see that exciting football. But here we are.
Mid-season was the worst. I remember Bournemouth at home. Watford away. Oh my god!
Watford away, fucking the worst for me.
It was bad, but like the thing, I agree with Catch. Like, sorry, someone who since time has gone on, I've appreciated a bit more than I did at the time. Because I think at the time I didn't realize how much he needed time for his system to work, and we're seeing it now with like Lazio. We saw it with like Napoli as well. Like once he gets past that first season, once that first season is gone, then you start really seeing the fruits of the labour.
One thing I will say about Sarri, I could be wrong. Didn't Hazard have his best GNA under Sarri?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, sir.
Best goal scoring ever season.
Yes, sir. Yes, he did.
Poch suffer from that as well. Like it looks at Poch in every team he's been at. The first season is not as good as the seasons after. Southampton and
the only thing, the one thing that's gonna save Poch though in that situation with us, we were so bad that he has to improve.
Yeah,
it's gonna naturally improve.
Anything is a bonus. Anything above where we are.
Top table, top half.
For real, man. We're at the top of the second half of the table, man.
I just never forgive him for benching.
Oh no, we're second. We're second.
Oh shit, that's right. We're not even 11th, are we?
Yeah, we're 12,
right.
bro.
What's his name? Fabricas. That was the biggest.
Oh yeah. In January,
and the coming in of the greatest.
What, Jorginho?
Fake as six number player ever in the football career ever.
Jorginho was a player I never I respected what qualities he did have, but he was never a player I truly was in. For.
At the end of the day, Sarri, there's a parts of the game Sarri did it was impressive, but those games are mostly happened in Europa.
Oh yeah. Because
it wasn't Premier League. That's why.
Premier League. Yeah.
That's why I fell off immediately. It wasn't.
But we finished third.
Strong enough. It wasn't strong enough for me to. I see what Scott's saying, like what Couch saying, like you might wanted to give him a couple of years and you would have seen how he played. It could be potentially. Based on the samples what I've seen during that season, I wouldn't willing to bet on it. Does that make sense? Like you can bet on something that might work, might not, based on the odds. You see what I'm saying? And the odds that I saw, it was too dramatic.
Mm-hmm. You remember?
Right. You could be wrong. I could be wrong.
It weren't just
same thing with Potter.
Well. It was.
You
it
could
was
be
the
right.
Fact that
You could be
just
wrong.
got the transfer
But at the end of
well.
the day, the sample that I seen wasn't good. That's it. Especially when you have a quality of players like for example, look at Manchester City with all those fake ass nines that they had. At the end of the day, when you bring a player like Haaland, he destroys the team. You see what I'm saying?
It's so shit. But yeah, big up Maurizio. Right, we're probably gonna wrap it up here.
Opinion of Lewis, but not all his panelists. There we go.
Yeah. This one is the thoughts of Carefree Lewis Sheet.
Why is Hussam bold?
Because he said if they don't sign what's this guy?
Bellingham.
He will shave his head.
Oh.
And he did.
He was
looks
so
like-
confident.
he looks-
It was a great stream, to be fair. Really
Yeah.
good.
I killed that guy on Twitter, man. He called him like escapee from Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna say some like you know the stereotype of like it was bad. It looks bad. It looks
I
bad.
said it's like a B-Tech version
Oh,
of
actually-
Breaking Bad, didn't it? You know?
What?
It's not even no.
Didn't see this.
Like why would you upset like the Hasenberg? That's like a proper.
Let's start
bald-
already tomorrow. What's that
You see what
saying?
I'm saying? So why would you ruin it for some bald ass?
Can I just say, everyone going, why are Leicester demanding 50 million for Madison? Can you imagine what they'd be asking for him if they actually didn't get
Stayed up. Yeah.
yeah.
They'd be asking for like 75 million.
I'd go. That's Madison is the player I'd go and get.
I'm
never-
surprised Liverpool didn't go for him more than they.
McAllister.
Do you like? He's
McAllister.
not for us, but do you
He-
rate Harvey Barnes?
Yes.
West Ham are
I'll
apparently
take
leading the
Harvey
race to
Barnes.
get him.
I'll take him. He's better than them Noni Madueke.
Again,
He's better
again,
than Mudryk too.
again,
I'll
again,
take
again.
Boeing right
Scott
now.
said it-
I will
Scott
always
said
take
it.
Boeing.
Scott said it earlier. Do you rate the player because you think he's good, or just because you think he's better than someone that we have here?
Ah, okay, that's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Well,
yeah?
it's no, it's not. If, for example, if it's
Because
the
we
right
can
way to
replace
look
the
at it,
entire squad. if
yeah.
that's-
For example, are we looking to improve on Madueke and Mudryk?
Right. But
We
I
don't.
right?
Right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
if we don't, I can say that I will take that player versus Madueke.
Asensio was there. Asensio was literally there.
I was
Asensio's
Asensio's not all that.
He's washed.
when
He's not all
we
that.
sold
Asensio's
Hazard, I want
washed, bro.
Asensio to be part of the deal.
He's had
coming
so
to
many
Chelsea.
injuries. He's broken.
No. Asensio scored in a Champions League final, mate.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. I do apologize.
He's a generational talent.
Yeah,
Man. Please
yeah,
be respectful.
no, I forgot about that.
It's all right, bro. It's all right.
When was the last time Asensio was good?
This
When
last
when
season,
Hazard went to Real Madrid, that's
Last
why I
season,
wanted him.
Rodrigo, he spent all his time on the bench.
Last season he was not good, Rodrigo.
I was
What
going
are
to
you
say
doing?
last season he was garbage.
He was
Look
garbage.
at
I'll
his
take
record.
Zaha right now because I know we're not going to improve anybody
Essentially,
on Madueke.
how come he never started any of their Champions League run then? If he's that good last season.
Asensio's done, man.
I was going to say
He's done,
there's a reason why Rodrigo came into that team and then stayed in that team.
It's so confusing when you say Rodrigo.
Yeah, I thought you meant Rodrigo.
Yeah, we all know one
call
shit
him anything else.
Rodrigo.
That's
There's
his name,
no
bro.
doubt.
That's literally his only name. I can't call him anything else.
Call him Tuchemene Dildo.
No,
I don't know which one you
I'm
do.
calling that.
No, I'm talking about the player, bro. I can't call him
know.
anything else. It's literally Rodrigo.
Christ's sake.
No, you call this Rodrigo.
Lewis, you might as well just leave that up.
Yeah.
I just call him Dave. That's what I'm calling right now.
But no,
No,
Madison's
the way he
player
said
I-
it
Madison's
last
the
stream,
player I
he's like,
rate and
"What
I would
about
take in a heartbeat.
would you done deal for Tuchemene?" But the way he said it, it sounded like he said it dildo, done deal.
You do
Dildo.
Come on, man. Why are we moving so slow, man?
Oh, you
Because
gotta
the
be
transfer
fucking-
window is not open yet.
There we
We're
go.
not-
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I was waiting for you to cry about something. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm gonna call you. You know
Hold
what?
on
I'm
a
gonna call you
second.
friend. Hang on. I'm gonna call you Rod Krygo from now on. That's what you are, man. All you do is come on and
man,
cry.
remember used to come the guy Indian descent from United States used to come over here. I call him a most negative person in the world. What was his name?
I remember who you're talking about. I don't know what his name was, but I remember who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well,
He
Rodrigo took
was
his place.
always like, but do you believe we can get rid of all those players? Do you believe we
Yes, I remember
Yeah,
you called him
remember-
paranoia.
Paranoia, there we
Paranoia.
go.
That was it. Hey, it's
Yeah.
paranoia.
Yeah, you remember? Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we still have you haven't heard worse.
Imagine all that paranoia and we finished 12th. Maybe he was onto something. Maybe he was onto something.
No, he was worried we were going to finish 13th. That was his problem.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like, my God, don't let us finish 13th. Oh, God.
I think he said 15.
Yeah.
I thought it was only going to be 5th or 6th. Fucking hell.
Well, you were near. It was double.
I thought we were winning the
It was
league.
in the same,
Yeah, Alex.
I remember.
You said if we get Ronaldo,
Before
we win
we
the
were going
league.
to contend, I was thinking that is a fucking
Well, but I meant
madness.
the keeping what's his name? Pep Tuchel.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Remember the good
Tuchel's
old days? The
World
points
Cup.
that Tuchel saved us from
Yep.
relegation.
If you
I
watch
remember I see
the,
some meaty lineups and think, what the fuck is that? And then we win 3-0 and dominate. Cool.
if you see like highlights of the Chelsea Tottenham game, it seems like from a completely different season. If you watch back that Chelsea Tottenham game when Tuchel ran the line and stuff, it just doesn't even feel like that happened this season.
If you watch it when they when Conte and Tuchel do the handshake, Conte's hair never moves.
Just like what's his name? The guy just turned the camera on.
You know, Tuchel was onto something like the box midfield.
Yeah, he was onto something. You're right. He was on.
No.
White powder.
Box midfield that everyone is playing.
He was on something.
He started.
He was on something. Nobody was saying he was.
No. Listen. You know the box.
There's rumors that he slept with Timo Werner's girlfriend too.
Yeah, I'm not talking about. You know the box midfield.
And
that
look at Fatur wakes up.
He started it. He started it.
Timo.
That
There's the rumors that Timo Werner, that Tuchel slept with Timo Werner's girlfriend.
He probably did.
Probably did it.
Sorry.
Was in the bushes.
No, I've Werner could finish.
Remember what he said about Werner? Do you remember what he said about Werner?
Yeah, he couldn't finish, so.
You know what he said about Werner about finishing goals? He's like, he's like taking a woman to dating. You don't force it. So you knew something.
Every time we missed a chance, he probably did it, man. That's right.
Every time Timo Werner missed the chance, Thomas Tuchel like, oh fuck you, girlfriend.
Oh fuck!
In hell.
Fatu, you gonna let him talk about your man like that?
Oh,
I didn't know that we're a couple. I didn't know
he started a hybrid.
I didn't know Fatur plays.
Sorry, I was just.
Sorry, what did he start?
The hybrid back 3, back 4. The one
I didn't know Fatur plays for half of the team.
Snorted off of Timo's girlfriend's ass.
Hey, why are you trying to mag off Sophia, man? I don't like it.
What?
What the hell is this?
Hold on a second. You think in what imaginary world you think you're gonna date Sophia?
Oh no!
I don't even know who the fuck is
Well, I am a screenshot. You can send it.
that fucking picture.
yeah. Look at his fucking
You know, like
head.
he looks like
neck. Look at that neck.
You know, Clasworth used to
He
love the
looks
name.
like-
Clasworth, remember?
No, that was Johnny, bro. You used to talk about Mount's neck. Do you remember that? Fucking hell, man.
Oh my word, man. Oh, Fatur, you're special, man. Like you should have an extra chromosome or something. Free,
Yeah,
man,
we
for
got
free. For free, you can have it. You get an extra chromosome. You get an extra.
We got 3 more months of it.
Yeah. I'm about to turn into Rodrigo and start begging us to sign someone, please.
Yeah, don't ask for Tuchemani
Maybe
because
don't
that's
stop
not
me.
what he was asking.
Come on. Need to get people in.
Fuck it now.
We're moving bare slow.
Rodrigo, how can we get people in when the window's not open?
Yeah.
Look, it's not about the speed. It's about the quality of the speed. Rodrigo, come on.
So, Rodrigo,
Exactly.
how many
It's
players?
about the build-up, bro.
How many
It's a guy-
players should we have signed by now?
But now,
Exactly.
but now I would have signed
You
the
see, Scott knows he has kids.
Exactly, bro. It's about the build-up. You can't just go in there.
Players you'd have signed by now on FIFA.
As good as you can't go in there just all guns blazing straight from the start. You'll be done in 5 minutes, and then it's just nothing.
Is
You
that where I'm
got to
going
build
wrong?
it. It's got to prepare for it.
And that's why you're gonna look for Tuchemani.
Oh man!
Oh man! I
Wait,
think
wait,
if we
wait
don't-
till
I
we
think if we don't sign Caicedo, we should go guns blazing for Tuchemani. I think Real Madrid will cave.
Yeah.
I think it would.
I don't know.
If we
because they
don't sign
got what?
Caicedo, I think we should.
They got Kroos and Modric who are likely to leave next season, haven't they?
Yeah, but they have enough, even if those two leave.
Even if those two leave right now, they still have enough.
Four. They got 4.
Oh,
They got
the panel's
young,
dream window.
4 young
please.
midfielders.
Dream window.
Goalkeeper.
I don't know. I like plastic, like double-sided windows.
Striker and a winger. I want a dream one.
Are you talking about? I'd say, are you talking about players, or are you talking about just positions? Because 2 midfielders, a goalkeeper, and a striker.
He's talking about the windows. He's a window salesman. The guy's just a window salesman, so that's
better than being a window licker.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Why you mentioned Johnny, man?
I didn't say that. You did, bro.
That's
Hey, man. Hey.
What the?
Turn your date music off, bro. That's what I'm saying.
That's all, man.
Would you guys sell Levi Colwill for Caicedo?
No.
He's a make weight for me, man.
Depends on how much.
If that's the only way. If that's the only way you can get the deal done, you do it.
Name, Levi
Yeah,
Colwill?
Sam.
No,
Sam.
Can I make a point? We've had this same conversation every single day for about 4
and
days.
it's the same idiot
Tell me
asking.
what you're thinking, Scott.
It's the same answer.
I know.
No, Scott. It's the same idiot asking too.
Yeah,
We're
and,
the bigger, we're
and
the
you are the
bigger
same
idiots
idiot that
'cause we
keep
actually
responding.
answer it.
And you are the same idiot that keep responding.
Yeah, Jimmy, yeah.
It's the
Okay,
same
yeah,
idiot
let's-
asking every day.
Let's ask something more original then. What's you guys' thoughts on the whole Mason Mount situation?
No. When he asks it tomorrow, when he
I
asks
don't know.
tomorrow, everybody
Ask
just
for
switch
Thor.
their answer.
I don't
Everybody
get
switch
why
their
people.
answer.
I don't get why people are so caught up on Colwill has to be involved to get Caicedo. We can get Caicedo without fucking using
Brighton
Colwill.
wants
Says who?
So you're telling me if they don't sell him to us, they're not going to sell him for 70-80 million to Arsenal or Man United?
What? No,
If we
what
will-
I'm
hold on a
thinking
second.
is
If we
that
will
is that it
have,
gives
for
us a
example-
step forward. We have more
Hold on a
leverage in
second. If there's the
negotiations.
same, for example, if there's the same evaluation from both teams, if Chelsea offer 80, Arsenal offer 80, they will actually sell it to Arsenal more than
Why?
they will sell it to Chelsea. Do you see this kind of thing in there? If we will give them we'll give them Colwill, they might will say, okay, we'll agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's only thing can happen, and it will help Chelsea. It's a fact.
If you said to
We're
me
not
the
asking
only
if
way
you
you
do
can
it
get
or not because
Caicedo-
we already killed this conversation. So let's move on.
If someone said the only way you can get him is literally then giving him Colwill, then fair enough. But I still think we can
Yeah.
get him without using
Yeah,
Colwill.
but like,
wouldn't do
with
that, by the way.
evaluation, we have so many holes in this team right now. Like you guys are dependent on selling players to fill all these holes. It's not going to happen that way. We're going to have to use what we have available, the resources we have available to build this squad. Colwell hasn't played for Chelsea yet. If he's demanding 40 million and we can get Caicedo as a make weight,
absolutely not.
You do that, man. I'm sorry, you do that.
I think as of right now, you can also ask Scott to give him a buyback clause for refusal.
Yeah, sure.
There's
Still no.
So
Still no. Still no.
Well,
so you value Colwill more
Yes,
than having a player like Caicedo in your team?
He's
Yes,
the next Maldini, bro.
because I've said it before. Caicedo's not a unique type of player, and not like there are other options out there. You can. That's the
what's
whole
unique
point.
about Caldwell?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
he didn't even start every game for Brighton. The fuck?
And the ones he did start, he was
further up
the
the
player.
table.
But he didn't start
Easy
them
there.
all. So if he was that good, his ass would have been out there.
Mm-hmm.
If he weren't that good for him,
I
why are they
saw
trying to get him?
Colwill. I see him as a good defender. I see him exactly what he potential could be.
Is he better than
But I
Batis?
think that. Oh my
Yes,
God,
he's
Rodrigo,
he's
go
got-
fucking
he's
find
easily
that
a
Tchouameni dildo, man. Or shut up.
Actually, no. I'm glad. Hang on. I'm glad Badishile got brought up because this is a guy who, when we were about to sign him, people were like, oh, why are we
No one
signing up?
wanted.
Back?
I was the
Why are we
one,
playing
Scott.
this guy?
I was the one. I never
Exactly.
saw it. The guy looked
But
like the
that's
biggest
Alex, that's
forest
my
on the
point,
planet
like-
Earth.
But that's my point. It's like exactly. You saw a comp and you said that from the comp he didn't look special, but we seen him play and he's a really good player. But that's my point. Is people are now saying that he is the answer. He's now the answer to our defensive problem.
I don't think he's the answer right now.
No, but that's fair.
Because
But like that's what some people seem to be making out. And it's like, well, cool. This is a guy who 6 months ago you were questioning why we're buying him because we had too many centre backs.
Let break down with the centre back situation.
Alex, let me up him real quick because just want to give my points on the body of Chile. He's not really to me. I don't really like body Chile, but Chelsea signed him, so he's a Chelsea. I prefer Guardiola over body Chile. I see more quality in Guardiola than body Chile. To be honest with you. I see a little clumsiness in his game.
That's completely irrelevant because one is 100 and another one is anyway. I think can you mute yourself when you finish talking because in the background it looks like a forklifts are driving. Sounds like, not looks like. No, seriously, there's a forklift.
I can't laugh, man. You guys caught me in the middle of a business.
Are you at the belly of it?
Mute your mic, fam, please, when you're not talking.
Mute your mic. P. What's your name? Where's the host of this stream? Can
you mute yourself, Alex?
My microphone is fine. You can hear my background. I can hear everybody's in your what's the name? In your
sounds like a radio or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. What do you think? We just mute it. No, it's because the background. You have a background. Oh.
Okay.
Thank you. My thing with Badiashile, no matter how much you respect Badiashile, he's not ready. And you cannot start two young center backs game week in, week out, even though it's one game a week. Because we have Thiago Silva, he still starts when he's fit. One game a week, he can play. So if you have Thiago Silva, who is going to be probably starting more than Thiago Silva on the right with if Thiago Silva is the automatic starter? Who's going to be the next partner?
You know, it's a good point too, Alex. You know, it's a good point. I don't know if you guys brought this up earlier, but like when you're looking at two young center backs vying for one position, left-sided center back, are we?
Yeah,
are we going to be able to develop Badia Shield? Are we going to be able to just basically develop Badia Shield and Colwell at the same time?
Yes.
You forgot.
You
We still have Koulibaly.
Yes. 100%.
You forgot. We still have that curly hair guy on the left.
So you play them once a week, like one guy gets one game, the next guy gets the next game?
Proper Chelsea spread. Love to see.
It's not necessarily about that. It's like because let's not forget, by the way, we're talking about someone who's not fit. He's injured and will not be fit until the start of September.
Okay,
so that means the start of the season.
On the off chance that he's injured, we can develop both players now.
No, I'm saying that you can give Colwell a chance. You give him a pathway. That's all I'm saying about all this. And I don't think that's what people understand, is you give this kid a pathway. Like, that's all it is. You give him a pathway. Because if he shows that he's not good enough, you can still flip him for the same 40 mil that Brighton are offering now. We've shown that with Gallagher. You are 100% can. Sorry. You are hang on, no, Alex. You are 100% can, seeing as we got a £35 million offer for Gallagher in January from Everton. You can flip this guy for still good money, regardless of whether he turns out to be good or shit.
You just contradicted your point when I asked why we cannot get the buyback clause or a first refusal. You contradicted by saying you will not do even that. So I won't. You kind of contradict your argument when you're saying just show him path, and if it won't work out, we can sell him. This is exactly the reason why the actual you don't. I think sometimes. Like for example, Scott, you are so get into the conversation of the player. I rate your opinion on the Colwell. He's top quality level player, but at the same time, for him to progress to type that kind of player that you think he can be, he cannot do it right now at Chelsea because he's not gonna be a starter. He will have more chance starting for somebody else. That's why you can use him to be a better player at the same time.
Ask you a question, Alex. The reason for me the buybacks and the first refusal I would not do is because the buyback you're going to have to include is going to be more than what you sell him for. And realistically speaking, the buyback is going to have to be anywhere probably around like 60 mil, 70 mil, similar to what we did with Tammy. So in the end, say that he turns into this guy and you spend this money, you've still just lost money. What's the point? Just keep him here. You don't lose money. And if he turns out to be amazing and quality in the player I think he can be, which is a Reece James level talent, that's a Reece James level talent you've developed from your youth system for nothing. If he turns out to be not that and he turns out to be a Conor Gallagher, you still make 35-40 million from him anyway.
So when is he playing?
You can give him game time. Let's not pretend like you can't give him game
You
time.
don't switch out center
I think
backs.
that's the argument, though. You say that you can give him game time, and I don't see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Center back does not switch out. You don't switch out center back just for the fuck of it. So when does
we did
he
that
play?
this year, and look where we finished.
Exactly.
That was my point.
That's the only thing I would say. I hear what you're saying, but when does he develop? Because he's not gonna play.
Exactly. That's my point. I think for the selfishness of Scott, that's what I started to say. Sometimes you're trying to be too selfish. You forget that he's a kid that needs time to play. The best thing for him right now, it's actually play. That's it.
I hear what Scott's saying.
I rate the kid. I rate him really
highly. If you rate him that highly, you ain't trying to see him leave out the door. But my only problem is,
why am I getting straight in the chat?
From what?
The only problem is I don't know where the hell when would he play, unless we actually looking forward to players getting hurt.
To play back three.
I think we'll play back three. The fact that the club see him as well as someone they want to keep means that they see a pathway and they see where he can play. And the fact that, like, I imagine Pochettino has had some sort of say in that, or he's at least had that discussion. Yeah. And there are reports. There has been at least one report that says he has spoken to him. He wants him involved, which means he sees a pathway for him. So obviously he sees we are. Yes. This, like, again, I just 2024 or 2025 is when it runs out.
So 1 year left.
2 years left.
No, 2 years. Yeah, sorry.
And
2020.
And an option for next year, I think.
I think Chelsea wanted him to sign to that suicide contract.
Which
no, he's still on academy wages, so they want to like give him proper wages.
Yeah, they want to give him proper thing, and they want to give him that 6 year plus 1 contract because the
I
life
think
hasn't
he'll
changed
sign
yet.
I think in all probability he'll sign a 4-year extension.
And then
I think he will. I think he will too because I think they rate him. I just think they will actually loan him back.
You guys got to ShowTube saying if we sell him, put a buyback clause on him. I feel like
That's
if he does,
That's all I'm asking. Exactly.
Buyback clause, first refusal, something like that covers us in case he goes to a big 6 club, which is the bigger worry for a lot more people, I think.
Buyback clause might be too expensive. To like 80 million buyback clause. What's the point?
That's why you set a total.
Yeah.
The buyback clause, you set an actual thing. The buyback clause, you set.
You usually set an amount on a buyback.
Yeah, you set
clause.
The amount. You don't like go, oh yeah, we're going to.
First refusal is no amount.
Yeah,
it's just you have first refusal on the amount, another clubs put it.
Yeah, buyback is okay. Like
why you explain it to Rodrigo?
Tammy, there's a buyback clause of £68 million.
Helping.
So, you think he's gonna become smarter, Rodrigo? What are you doing with Tuchemani?
Yes, dummy. Yes, dummy. Yes, dummy.
I love Rodrigo, man. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Big up Brad saying currently at Stamford Bridge in my Chelsea uniform. Proper fucking Chelsea. Let's go.
Are you a full kit wanker? Like your socks and shirts and
he probably works there.
Might be.
Some
players. People are getting worried.
One time I want to see Fatur in a full kit at Chelsea game. Do you think that like the stewards will think that he kind of escaped from the group? You know, the special group
from Chelsea Hospital. The Chelsea Hospital,
Alex,
not far from the ground.
He wore sandals.
Big up, Bobby. Take care.
In the winter. That's what
I don't think they'll mistake that for one of the players. No,
not the players, man. What are those special kids, man? The one that
the mascots.
No, not the mascots. Like the you every stadium has a special place, like special.
Leave Pato alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
That video on the table.
What was that?
You see how special Fatur is?
What the hell?
Oh, we're
ending this.
We're ending this shit.
In the stream,
right? We're just gonna raid Lawrence. He's gonna go live in a couple minutes. So yeah, if you guys want to see some more Chelsea news, Lawrence is gonna be live in a couple minutes. So head over there, hit a like button, hit the notification button so it lets you know when he goes live.
Never watched one string of Lawrence.
We'll see it.
Really?
Have a look. Lawrence is a good guy.